What's up? Good morning. We're here. Thank y'all for letting me sleep in just slightly this morning. I so needed that. Cause I listen, y'all. I was up kind of late last night too, putting out more tea for you guys. Yeah, camera was up until like 12 o'clock. I had to go live and then I had to go live again because it was so much going on back to back to back to back to back stuff. Y'all heard about LB. We're gonna talk about him, Leberic child. It was some stuff going on with that where he got arrested. So I had to go live and talk about that because I couldn't wait till in the morning. Lord, Lord, Lord. So it was so much going on last night on the mic. Sunny went live. She was dropping tea. So I was like, do I want to wait till in the morning? Do I want to do tonight? So I said, I went ahead and took my laptop downstairs and I was doing videos from the bed. Yeah, it was y'all. 12 o'clock. I was up to 12. I was keeping people up trying to get y'all this tea. How about that? That's how dedicated I am. Keeping people up till 12 trying to get y'all this damn tea. But we're here, honey. Thank y'all for coming back. I see you, Rose Armstead. I see you, Rhonda, and everybody else watching. Okay, y'all don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. We have some very good topics this morning. You said you watched it this morning. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate it, honey. I know a lot of you guys are trying to catch up this morning because, child, last night it was one about trying to be up to 12 o'clock with my ass. But anyway, child, I was up anyway because I was watching TV, but I was tired and sleepy as hell as well. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and push through and get it out because I know the people's got to get this news, child. So there you go. But everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. So, yeah, that's why I slept in just a little bit because I was tired as hell. I would have been mad late last night. But do I regret it? No, because anything for my caramelians to get you guys the tea. I was also up digging up some more stuff for this Nazaya case. I told y'all I'm on it. Contrary to what some of the haters may like to say, that Caramel is becoming a little too obsessed with this case. You're never too obsessed when you're trying to bring justice for someone who can't speak for themselves. And I am going to be the one to do that. All right. I came up with a very, very good theory that might help detectives that are looking into this case if they haven't already come up with this theory already. So y'all know when I get my detective hat on and I start thinking about things and pulling up things and my wheels get to rolling and spinning like this, baby, we come up with some good stuff. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to save all of my Nazaya news until the end of this video. So for those of you that want to hear it, you got to stay to the end, unfortunately, because we got to get all the other good stuff out of the way first. All right. All the other good happenings and shenanigans that we know continue to go on. We're going to get all that stuff out of the way. All right. Thank you for everybody coming in. Let me wet my whistle, honey. All right. I'm going to be talking a lot. All right, so let's get into our topics, honey, because that's what we love to do. Let's get into it, honey. So for those of you who are fans of Shamar, he has gone out, honey, and got his teeth fixed. And he wanted the peoples to know that he got a new look about him, child. He got a new look going on. So let's get into Shamar, child. Shamar. I don't know how y'all say his name. Shamar. I don't know how. Hell, I don't like to call him Shamar because then I be thinking about, Shamar from Young and the Restless, and they don't look nothing alike. So I'll be wanting to taint Shamar Moore's name, calling him Shamar when I can just call him Shamar, But anyway, let's get into it, child. He done went out and got him some new teethers, honey.
New smell, new me, new everything. Yeah. Clock that. All right. What's up? My name is Shamar. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. You better clock that. Hey, let's get it. Oh my God, look how my teeth were looking.
We may actually have to go in there and break your bottom jaw and push it back. A lot of crowning up top, canine sitting too far front, the lateral sitting too far back. I'm basically just reconstructing the whole mouth here. Your teeth clocking teeth. Your teeth doing this right now.
All this right here?
This will be a process. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, let's together, okay?
Well, I don't know like where I'd be without you for real.
My friend is here.
I'm lit.
Yeah. My whole new smell is, I'm always shine bright like a diamond. New smell, new me, new everything. It's gonna be my confidence boost. is gonna be my confidence.
All right, y'all. I'm sitting here like, guess who messaged me back? Oh my God, this might be a good thing. Y'all remember we were watching let me get back to my main screen. So that's Shamar, guys. That's Shamar that y'all see what he's getting his damn teeth and all that fixed. So guys, so y'all know what was the day before yesterday when I showed you guys the video from 7 Mile Radio from the guy in Detroit that has the podcast that he's been following this case and why he messaged me back and he's like, yeah, like so I think we're gonna try to set up something, y'all. But it's Nazaya case. I'm excited. Oh my God. So thank you for hitting me back, 7 Mile Radio. Okay. I'm excited, y'all, because y'all know I've been following this case. He has a lot of information, and so do I. So, y'all, my DMs are blowing up, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I got some more tea. All right, so hold on. Oh, I got some tea. Y'all gonna fall out the bed, baby. Oh, if y'all ain't already out of bed, baby, just lay there because you're gonna fall on out the bed. Oh, child. Lord. All right, let's get into this news, child. Lord. Child. All right, let me get back over here, child. That about blew me. That about blew me out the chair. Damn. All right, let me see. All right, let's get into this LB news, honey. Let's go on and get into the LB news shit. I don't care. We're going to go on and skip on to it because this is what this news is all about. Why we can't see that picture good? We're going to go ahead and use it anyway, shit. I don't care. Ooh, la. What's up, Camille Kisses? And everybody in the building. Y'all, it's about to get steamy up in here. So I got some new developments and some tea on this Destiny and Leberic case. I told y'all I'll be reaching out and being nosy, honey. And I have a very reliable source as well, and it'll hit me back on some shit. And baby, we about to talk about it, Lord. Yes, as y'all can see on my screen right here, honey, that is Leberic and his mugshot girl. I was surprised when I saw this. Let me go ahead and apologize for my people who've been hitting me back and blowing me up in the damn comments saying, Caramel, you got his birthday wrong. That would mean he was 70 years old. Well, listen, bitch, it was not me talking. It was the rum. I told y'all last night, I was sipping a little bit last night. I was tired as hell. So my bad. I went live trying to get y'all this damn tea. And I was sipping a little bit on the Rumiana. And I had misquoted his name. I said he was born in 1951 versus 1981. My bad. I mean, everybody know Leberic is not 70 years old. So can y'all please stop just like picking through and sifting through my shit whenever I'm talking and like trying to find something wrong with everything that I've been trying to put out. Like everybody knows if I said 51, it was an error, right? My bad. So I see how I can come back on here and correct myself. I'm not above it. I'm not above it because I'm not perfect. Okay. So sometimes I'm going to misquote or misstep whenever I say something, but damn, can y'all like get off my ass already? Anywho, as y'all can see on my screen, Leberic has been arrested. As you guys can see, his booking number H00227020. He is 43 years old. I try to make him 70 something years old. Y'all call me out on it. Oh, well. Of course, we know he is a black male. Now, his booking date does read, let's blow it up so y'all can see it real good. January 19th of 2025 at 7:26. And of course, y'all know he got out already. They held him for a very short time. He got out at like 8 or 9 or something that same night. So he got locked up and right back in. All right, so his charges, let's do that. Let's do this. All right, so his charges is domestic violence, 3rd-degree harassment. Okay, so check it out. The sources have let me know that Destiny is behind this bullshit. All right, so Destiny took out a warrant on LB this week. Okay. And they were supposed to meet at the police station to drop off little LB, their son law child. And upon doing the exchange, as he got ready to get into the car, Destiny, they says, called the police. All right. And they came and they pulled up on Leberic to let Leberic know he had a good old warrant on him. So Destiny knew upon them exchanging the child that she had taken out a warrant on Leberic. He didn't even know he had a fucking warrant. So when they went to exchange the child at the damn police station, he got in his car to get ready to leave. Destiny called him to tell him the whereabouts, and they pulled him over. So she's behind this bullshit with her sneaky ass. And the baby was in the car that says, and it says the law, of course, was handed over to Destiny. So they do have to go to court this coming Tuesday. Okay, yeah. So this coming Tuesday, they are headed to court behind this bullshit. So Destiny took out a warrant on Leberic and had him arrested. She's saying for domestic violence and third harassment. If this comes out to be a lie, I'm pretty sure he is going to retaliate in some way, shape, or form, because there's already documentation that Destiny was being abusive towards him, and it's documented on court documentation that she was chest bumping him. I told y'all about that. They got into some type of disagreement. Destiny was chest bumping him, running up on him. She also scratched him, which means that's assault. So all of that's been documented. He did go down and serve a restraining order on Destiny. Okay. So yeah, so things have gotten really bad to where they're having to go and exchange this child at the damn police department. Because of course y'all see how Destiny acting on the show, so you know that she is very much so aggressive. She's very aggressive. Now, I am not in any way, shape, or form downplaying the fact if there was a domestic violence or DV situation that happened or occurred between the two of them. I'm not downplaying that, because no one, especially a man, should not be putting his hands on a woman and vice versa. Women, keep your hands to yourself, and men do it as well. All right. If it's getting to the point where you got to be putting your hands on each other, you should not be around each other. And if you got to be exchanging the child at the damn police station, it speaks volumes to the contention and the bullshit is going on between the two of you, because the child should be what matters in this situation. But we know how Destiny likes to hold grudges. We've seen Destiny like to act a fool. We saw how she just acted on this past episode towards Sunny, and all Sunny did was walk in the building, honey. Sunny is a whole married woman, and Destiny is still holding on to a grudge of over almost a year. They've been married over a year now. We're going into another year, and Destiny is still on her bullshit. But Destiny went and snuck and took a warrant out on Leberic for probably I think it was a prior altercation that they may have had. She's saying that he was on the DV bullshit towards her and continuing to contact her. So she called that harassment, and she took her ass down and filed a warrant on Leberic. And this is coming straight from my channel. She filed a warrant on Leberic upon them going to exchange the child. Destiny then called the police to let them know, of course, the description of his car and where he was going, and assisted them in picking him up. So Destiny is behind this bullshit. I'm gonna say it again. Destiny is behind this bullshit. Okay. We're going to sit back and see how this plays out as I get new developments on this. They will be in court on Tuesday, and we will see what happens. And when I find out, you will too, honey. I'm like the Lord. I will not withhold any good thing from you. So that is what happened on this Destiny information. And I'm going to keep in contact, because I have some very, very close contacts on this as well, because I'm nosy, and I like to reach out to people and get the good old tea for you. All right. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about this 7 Mile podcast situation, y'all. I am, because he is right there in Detroit, and he knows most of the most current stuff that's going on in the Naziah case. So I'm excited that he reached back out to me. And he said I can use as much information from his podcast that I want. So shout out to 7 Mile Podcast. I'm saying it right here on my channel because I have much respect for him. He's been getting in the trenches and finding out information since this situation happened over a year ago. Day one of Naziah's missing day, her being missing, he was on that shit. And thank you, sir. All right. And I'm going to keep in contact with him. I'm still keeping in contact with Roxy, which is the cousin. And I'm trying to get in contact with Sierra, which is also a cousin who was touched, as I told y'all, by that auntie Sharon. So we're going to get into that. And I got some more tea that's going to blow y'all damn socks off this morning. Let's stop sharing. So that's the information for Leberic and Destiny's bullshit. Okay. Somebody said she's miserable. Oh my God. No, I'm not. Like I said, if he hit her, if he put his hands on her, that shit is wrong. You gotta, you can't do that. If she files something on you for doing that shit, you can't do that. I don't see Leberic risking everything that he has in order to do that. So, and I'm not trying to say that he didn't do something, but I'm just saying with everything that he has, going on, he works for Boeing, which I said is a Fortune 500 company. He's also ex-military. He also owns a business. I don't see him throwing that all away for the likes of Destiny Plus. And I have this to be a from a reliable source where it said that Destiny has been stalking Leberic because he is dating another woman. See how she's acting towards Sonny about Moses, and they ain't even together no more. She still ain't let that shit go. Do y'all see how she's still acting with that? But Leberic has moved on and has been dating this other woman for quite some time, and Destiny is said to be stalking them. Yeah, it seems to be, they say she's been stalking Leberic and his new girlfriend. So I believe that shit because of the way she be acting still towards Sonny, who is now married to Moses, and they moved on with their life, and they're going into year 2 of their marriage. What is a year? They are married now a year, going into a whole month, a year and a month of being married, and Destiny is still running around here looking like her ass ate a whole bowl of lemons every time she sees Sonny's ass. So at the end of the day, I hope they figure this out. Leberic, I hope this is not true about you because, sir, I've been pulling for you. I've been rooting for you, child. And we're going to keep y'all. I'm going to spin the block on this situation as I get the news. All right. With her stalking ass. I don't got nothing for Destiny, honey. But anywho, let's move on. All right, so let's get into some Real Housewives of Potomac news. Mia and Gordon, they got some bullshit going on. We got to get into it, honey. As you guys know, I think they had a reunion. I stopped watching because the show became very boring. I mean, you got to keep my attention. If I'm playing on my phone more than I'm watching the show, fuck that show. That's how I feel. I ain't trying to waste my time watching something when I'm not watching. I mean, I'd rather watch 3 ants, walk across my damn driveway, and we all know I don't want to do that shit. But anyway, as you guys can see on my screen, Mia is saying, I'm fine with being labeled as a liar, which you are. She says, if it means protecting my family. I don't feel like one would need to be out here just lying like you do, Mia, to be protecting your family, but go off. She says, let me set the record straight. She says, I was not the one who brought the questioning of my son's paternity into the public eye. His father did. She says, I did not expose my infidelity to the world. My husband did. It was Gordon who chose to air out our family's matters on TMZ and later went on a public apology tour during last year's reunion. She goes on to say that he revealed something that I had been protecting him from for years, his diagnosis of bipolar disorder, which causes him to behave unpredictably. Now, at the end of the day, the two of them have been going through it. Mia has now dumped her boyfriend, Ink, and she has decided to work things out with Gordon. They do have, I think, 3 children together. And the children have vocalized that they did not want Mia to marry Ink for whatever reason. As you guys know, Mia and Gordon separated and were living in the same building, you guys, in Potomac. He lived in the bottom floor. He lived in a floor underneath her. And she and Ink, her boyfriend, lived in an apartment above Gordon. And the children were with Mia, with the boyfriend. I find that to be so fucked up, but whatever. So now she is speaking up. She and Gordon have decided to spin the block on each other. I wouldn't take her ass back, but go off Gordon. She said that he alters the narrative, leaving me to navigate around the truth. As individuals with bipolar can look, sound, and seem just as normal as other people do, it's those closest to them that get it or that get bit. Your ass need to get bit. Says that I'm fine with being labeled a liar if it means protecting my family, but it's heartbreaking that people still choose to believe Gordon when he told you all who and what he is capable of. But sure, okay, girl. That's what she had to say on that. Mia goes on to say, call me a liar, call me a bad mom, or whatever else you want. I know who I am, a liar. Says, believe what you will, but the truth never expires. Says that Ashley's events was held on July 18th for the context, okay? I'm not reading all of this. Bottom line is that she and Gordon are going back and forth in conversation here, explaining their situation of separation and the contention in their marriage and the bullshit that they have continued to deal with. As you guys can see, it's message after message. She says something in black. He's responding in blue. I don't care enough to read all of that, but that is what's going on with Mia, who is now still putting out Gordon's business and his medical diagnosis, which is something I feel should be just between him. I don't feel like you should have put that shit out there, and you still continue to speak on it. If you guys are going to stay together and work things out, Mia, learn how to shut your ass up. You ain't got to tell everything that's going on between you and Gordon, okay? Some things should be between the two of you and the two of you only. All right, if he's bipolar and you know his ass is crazy and you decide to stay with him, and sometimes he don't take his medication, if he snap off on your ass, keep me out the group chat, girl. I don't want to know about it, because what? You made that decision to stay with his crazy ass. I don't want to know about the shit. Okay? Now, the popo's got to come and all that other shit, then I might get involved, because, you know, I like a little, you know, I like a little shit like that sometimes, from time to time, you know, so I can report it over here on my channel that, you know, the popos have popped up over there at me and Gordon's house. But all the little, you know, other stuff that's going on between y'all, I don't give a hot damn. I don't give a hot boiling damn about what's going on between Mia and Gordon. And that's on period. Moving on. See how we moved on past that? Karens. Let's get into this Karen. I don't like Karens. I don't like Karens. They are attention-seeking whores who get out here and do shit to people because they don't have nothing else to do. Let's get into this trash ass individual who got her ass out here, and then she want to cry and do an apology. That's what they always do. When their ass get caught and exposed, they want to cry and give these fake ass lackluster apologies so that society doesn't look at them for what their asses are, which are brainless Karens running around here. All right, let's get into it. A woman who is accused, or who accused rather, a real estate developer of trespassing his own home breaks down in tears in an apology. Why the fuck do you care where he lives? See what I'm talking about? People need to mind their business. Unless you're in a job like myself, you're a blogger, content creator, you got to get the news, okay, that people can use. Then you got to get info business. But in this case, where a man is trying to go to his own place and you're following him, trying to figure out, does he live somewhere? Bitch, go mind your business. Mind your business. And then when your ass get read down, and your ass get on video and go viral, Dennis, let me cry, let me play victim. When you initiated the shit, go sit down somewhere. Can people mind their own fucking business sometimes? Let's get into this video, child. Oh my God.
We need to. What's going on?
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So where are you going?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Hey.
Get your shit off my porch too. Get that damn stroller up out of here.
I'm sorry.
All right, sorry.
What? She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
No, you came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow.
We need to.
I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? And I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like I'm pulling in my, it's like I'm pulling in my house. Like this is not this neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry.
I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Followed 20 minutes home, and my car was broken into when I was at the store. And when I was a little girl, we had a man banging on our door and helicopters hovering over our home. So, did I overreact? Yeah, maybe a little bit. But I showed up at the door and I said that I was sorry 2 times. People are going as far as saying they're not genuine apologies, that I'm out to get them for whatever reason that is. I don't know how it could be twisted that way when I literally thought he was a white man. So I knew it wasn't going to stop there, but the Facebook page stuff was deleted. Not me ever asking for any of it to be deleted. I made a public apology to them through the video to a whole followed 20 minutes home, and my car was broken into when I was at the video to a whole Facebook page of almost 500 residents in our neighborhood. And then I posted in the comments multiple times when people were just saying like disgusting and just tearing down our family's name. I once again came on and I said, if there's ever an opportunity to reconcile, like I will. I'm so sorry I could have ever offended you. And so I've absolutely apologized multiple times. It's not been accepted. Go to a whole Facebook page of almost 500 residents in our neighborhood. And then I posted in the comments multiple times.
First of all, you shouldn't have been in his fucking house. It's none of your business where he lives. And if he told you he lived there, which he did, you're going to tell him, I don't believe that. It's not your prerogative to be policing anyone and where they live. You're outside at night with your children, one of which is a toddler because there was a stroller. You are out with your children ringing people's doorbells at night. And then upon this man pulling into his driveway where he fucking pays the bills, you're going to question the fact that he lived there or not, you freaking Karen. Then you want to hop your ass on video and fucking cry about a situation you created, and you want to go back to when you were a child and people were knocking on your door and you were afraid. You weren't so afraid to be at this person's house and confront him to tell him he don't live where the fuck he lives because it's a nice upscale neighborhood and you only feel like these color people can live there, and you thought he was white. What fucking difference does it matter what color he is if he says that's his home? Those fake ass tears, we're not buying it. I'm sick of Karens. I'm tired of people jumping their ass in situations and then play victim when everybody starts chewing your damn cheeks off. And then you want to get mad because people don't accept your apology. He don't have to accept your apology. Just like you didn't have to accept the fact that he lived at that home and you didn't accept it and then got the police involved. This black man could have been unalive coming to his own fucking house because of your stupid ass. I don't believe he lives here. Yes, hello, cops. I don't believe he lives here. Can you guys do something about it? That's your dumb ass. Yes, hi. My name is Amy. I live a few houses down, and these are my kids, if you didn't notice. Okay, yeah, these are my kids. And we were out walking, and we came over to this house, and we rang the doorbell. And this black guy, who I thought was white, he came up and approached us, and he said that he lived here, and I told him that he didn't. Can you guys question him? Because he doesn't look like he belongs in this neighborhood. That's how that shit went down. I ain't even got to read all this shit on my screen. I don't got to read that. It's Karens like you that get people unalived by the cops. It is. Because you made it seem like this man was bothering you. You made it seem like he was a threat to you when he was only out looking at fucking Christmas lights in the neighborhood, and he decided he was tired and ready to bring his ass home, and that's what the fuck he did. And what did he do? You were trespassing. I would have had you trespassed. I would have had the police give you a trespassing charge. Because what the fuck are you doing at my house? I don't know you. It's the middle of the night. Well, not the middle of the night, but it's at night. I don't know you. I don't know your intentions. You're at my house. When I pull in my driveway, you're asked to leave. You refuse to because you don't believe I live where I live. So you're in someone else's business at night when your children should have been home, probably tucked in their beds, but you got them out helping you commit a crime because you felt like you were neighborhood watch by your fucking self, lady. That's what it boiled down to. Trespassing, that's what I gave her ass. And she came back to my house on that bullshit. You got cussed out. Okay? That's what it would have been. So don't get on your screen, baby, and cry on YouTube or whatever platform you were on because you want people to believe that you're so sorry for something that you started when this could have ended very badly to where someone would not have been here on your account. So I'm not buying that. This is how I feel about your apologies. These two fingers right here. That's how I feel. All right. I ain't reading that bullshit. Get off my screen, child. I don't like Karens. I don't like Karens. Stay out of people's fucking business. Leave people alone. Okay? It's enough shit going on in the world that you can be worried about. You got 2 children. That's where your attention should be. When you're taking attention away from your children and putting it on strangers, that's a problem. That's a problem. I'm saying it again. Stop taking attention away from your children. You could be home playing with your kids. They could have been home sitting down watching SpongeBob or some shit, but you out in the neighborhood, scrounging the neighborhood trying to figure out if black people live there. Girl, GTFOH. Get the out of here. All right. Moving on. We're not staying on this shit because it's going to piss me off. I ain't even ready to start hollering yet because I'm saving all my hollering for this damn Nasiah update for you guys. For this Nasiah. See, I'm going to holler then. I ain't ready to holler yet. Good morning to everybody coming in, all 377 watching. All right, let's get into this news. As you guys know, we talked about yesterday with a lot of rappers and black performers are getting a lot of heat and catching a lot of heat because they are performing for Trump's inauguration ball. Nelly is one of the 4 or 5 that are supposed to be performing for Trump. They are expecting a lot of people, of course, to be there. As I told you guys, Chrisette Michelle, she got her ass handed to her whenever she did it. But then people like Rick Ross, Soulja Boy, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, they decided to want to take their ass over there and perform. But they're not getting that kind of heat. They're actually getting applauded for doing the same shit that Chrisette Michelle got blackballed for. And she's feeling the way. A lot of people are feeling the way, and they're saying it should be the same fucking energy. I talked about it yesterday. But now it seems that Ashanti is catching some strays because Nelly decided that his ass gonna go over there. Wait a minute now. Over there at the damn inauguration. You wanna see my what? My grill, my grill. The white people don't even know nothing about that shit. 90% of them don't know about that. There's gonna be some uppity, bougie white people over there. They don't know nothing about no damn grill, except if they throwing some hot dogs on that bitch. They don't know nothing about the one you put in your mouth. So you over there is really for a bag. We know you're gonna be performing for the bag because they say Trump do pay pretty good, child, for his inaugurations, child, when they come up over there and they be performing. That's why Chrisette Michelle took the job. So you're gonna be over there. Wait a minute now. White people gonna be all off beat on this shit here. Wait a minute now. They don't do that shit. You know they have their own beat. White people have their own beat. Everybody else crump. Hey. White people. Wait a minute now. That's them in the crowd, child. Sit down. Throwing everybody's shit off. But let's get into this. All right, so Ashanti News, girl. Ashanti News says, in light of recent news about Nelly and the decisions that he had made, girl, says, I can no longer run Ashanti News or support the Haynes in the direction that they are going. Said it is beyond disappointing to me. Now, for over 20 years, it has been amazing connecting Ashanti fans around the world and sharing news, videos, and photos. It says that I will miss a lot of you. Take care. All right, so she is bowing out gracefully from this bullshit. All right. Say you performing like Nelly. Hey, y'all know I be getting crunk, y'all. So as you guys can see, this is Ashanti News, honey. She's like, bitch, I'm out of here. My husband have fucked it up for the both of us. They coming after my ass. I'm catching strays because my husband want to be up there beatboxing, child, with these offbeat damn dancers in the crowd, and we ain't got time for this shit. We trying to be raising our child and supposed to be one on the way. Like, I don't got time for this shit. But let's get into what Nelly had to say, child. Says that Nelly is addressing criticism over the decision, honey, to be performing at the inauguration, child.
Money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country, have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So
did you even know who was in office? Because word on the street was you got pulled over with gummies and your ass was high out there. So did you even know who was in office? Because word on the street is that you were high on them good old gummies and the druggianas that they found on your ass, allegedly. So you probably didn't even know. You just out there trying to get a check. We'll go off, Nelly.
If they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever. What are you doing this for money? I'm doing this because it's an honor. I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices. And I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted. I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up.
Every over that chick. Shut the up, sir. Okay, now you got Ashanti out here catching strays for your stupid ass decisions, and she done had to shut down her whole fan page because they tearing her ass up over there because of some shit you decided to do. She ain't performing at the damn inauguration, but your ass is, and you did it for the money. You don't give a fuck about no Trump, and you know that. You heard that Trump wanted your ass to perform, and you heard how big that paycheck was gonna be, and you was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go and rep for my city and all that other shit that you put in behind it. But the main source and the reason that your ass decided to do this was for the money. Stop the bullshit. I mean, and you can admit that respectfully. I think people will respect you more if you admit you doing the shit for the money and not for the not for the reasons that you're saying. I just don't believe it. Poor Ashanti. Poor Ashanti sitting at home crying over your stupid ass decisions. Now, she already had to put up with them pulling your ass over when you should have been home helping her with that damn baby, with all them damn gummies and ecstasy and all that shit in your damn car. Yes, I'm calling you out, Nelly, and I like you. You fine and all that. But you doggone it, you putting Ashanti through too damn much. Now, she done waited on your ass as you done cheated on her the first damn time. She done spin the block on your ass. Now y'all married and got this damn baby, and you out here fucking up again, and I'm tired of it. And that's what I got to say about it. I'm sick of him. For real. Like, damn. Do you not understand all the bullshit that's going on with Trump? Like, Trump is on some shit, and he ain't even got his ass cheeks in the chair good. The chair ain't even warm good, and Trump is on his bullshit. And you sitting out here talking about I'm repping my city. It ain't about that. Your city is going to be going through the same shit that the rest of the people in America is because of Trump. And you going to go up here and promote this bullshit. You performing at the inauguration for Trump is promoting his bullshit. I'm sorry. I say the same shit to you, Snoop Doggy Dogg. I say the same shit to you. Who else with it? What's the boy name? Soldier Boy. You go sit your ass down too. Who else? Rick Ross, take your ass to the gym and finish losing weight. I'm sick of you. Your wings is too fucking high at Wingstop anyway. What else? I know that was a stray. It was some fucking good ass wings, but they high as fuck. Who else? Who else was performing? I can't even remember the other person because I'm mad now. Shit, all y'all are coons out this bitch. Like, I'm sorry. And let's move on, child, because I feel myself about to start hollering. I ain't ready yet. I ain't ready to holler yet. I'm not ready. All right, so what else I got? Okay. All right, so let's get to some other news that I know you guys can definitely use. There is a new law. While we're speaking on Trump, let's get into the new child support laws. This is getting ready to piss some of y'all off, mothers especially, for those of you that have children and you're dealing with sorry ass, stupid ass baby daddies, or if you just got a divorce and you got to file some child support on your man, you might want to hold up if you're gonna do that shit. Because guess what? Let me go ahead and share my screen. Trump has put into a new child support law that y'all need to know about. Because I found this shit out. I said, ooh, let me find out. Now I ain't gotta deal with this shit because I was married now. You know, here we go. My baby daddy and me, we married with a child, so I ain't got to put no child support on his ass. But for those of you that's got to do it, check this out. It says that Trump's new child support law will be crazy, especially and basically, child, if you put someone on child support, you will no longer be able to claim the child on your taxes. It says the only person who is paying the child support can. Child support or child tax credit. All right, so that's what it's saying. I'm gonna read it again. The new child support law will be crazy. Basically, if you put someone on child support, you will no longer be able to claim the child on your taxes. Only the person who is paying the child support can. Y'all get that? I know a lot of people not gonna like that shit. I don't like it, and I ain't even dealing with the shit. This is some bullshit that Trump is putting in place. You guys can look this up, Google it. It is a real law. It is a real thing. This is just a breakdown to where everybody can understand this when you ain't got to read all this bullshit. You ain't got to read all that. This is the basic breakdown of the new child support law that Trump has put into effect. I'm reading one more time. Trump's new child support law will be crazy. That's already, I think, into effect. Basically, if you put someone on child support, you will no longer be able to claim the child on your taxes. Only person who can claim the child is the person who is paying child. Let me back up. Trump's new child support law will be crazy. Basically, if you put someone on child support, you will no longer be able to claim the child on your taxes. Only the person who is paying the child support can. Okay, so it's child support or child tax credit. So you got to choose. That's fucked up. What if you got like 4 kids and you put that bitch on child support? You ain't getting that 4, 5, 6 grand back or more in taxes. You ain't gonna get that shit because you put him on child support. So he can go and run and file for child support because he's paying. File the children on his taxes because he's paying you child support. That's what that means. So I guess everybody getting money. I guess that's the new come up now. I guess that's the new come up. Mothers who get mad and go put their baby daddies on child support, he can go run and then file those children on his taxes, and ain't shit you can do about it. And if you go and file after he filed, then that's gonna be fraud. Y'all get that? Everybody follow me? Y'all follow me? This is Trump's doings. This is Trump's doings. Because y'all know it's always a battle of who gonna go file the kids first. It's, the baby daddies who be trying to be greedy on some bullshit, be trying to do that, go and file. And then when the mama go file, they be like, the kids are already filed. Then you got to fight that shit. But it says here, if you put your baby daddy or significant other on child support, whoever is paying child support can file the children. Or whoever's paying the child support can file the children on their taxes. All right. Yeah. I did see that about Tyrese's daughter, who he was paying child support for. His oldest daughter has decided that she wants to now live with him, so he does not now have to pay child support for that child. I did see that. He can stop all that damn crying now, I guess, because he was crying about child support from that daughter, his oldest daughter, who I think is about to be 18 soon. You know, the child support goes if the child decides to go to college, which I think she is up until 21. So he would be paying for child support. Would have been paying for child support up until she was 21 years old. But now that she has decided to stay with her father, okay, because when you go to court, if you become a certain age, you can tell the judge, hey, I don't want to stay with mama no more. I want to stay with daddy. So that cuts him out of having to pay child support for his daughter. So he's only now paying child support for his youngest daughter, which is from Samantha, his ex-wife. So maybe that'll stop some of the crying with Tyrese, because I'm tired of Tyrese, child. I'm tired of him, child. What more do you want from me? That's him on the internet. Then he wanted everybody to march down to the courthouse steps, including Ben Crump. I said, bitch, I wish the fuck Ben Crump would march, tip-tap his ass down there where he's supposed to be handling this Shanquilla case and all these other damn cases. He shall not be tip-tapping his ass down there to be standing on the courthouse steps for your ass because you don't pay no damn child support. Ben Crump, you better not, or I'm going to cuss you all the way out. No. So now that he's, his daughter going to be staying with him, and I feel like he coerced her into saying, don't you want to come and stay with daddy? Look at all this shit over here daddy got. You riding in the Rolls Royce. I'm going to buy you a new car. You're going to be staying in a mansion. You're going to get to go on these expensive trips. Go with me on the set of all my Fast and Furious movies and all that. I feel like he coerced her into saying, I don't want to stay with, mama no more. Because daddy's money is a little bit longer than mama's money. So now he gets to keep that money and mama don't get shit no more. And he's still fighting the other baby mama. And that baby's only 5, so he got a long way to go with that one. So, she's probably about to go and ask for some more child support since, he ain't going to be paying no child support for the oldest daughter. Yeah, he's going to be tip-tapping his ass over there with them damn tap dancing shoes on. Well, I can see me and Crump with some tap dancing shoes on taking his ass down there. He ain't solving no damn cases out here, just opening case after case. His old black ass. Get on my nerves. Don't nobody take that the wrong way. All right. Oh, chocolate-covered fool out here. Let's move on up. Don't nobody take black ass wrong, okay? I didn't mean it in that way. Anyway, y'all know my mouth is reckless sometimes. But let's continue. Let's get into some Arionne news. Arionne has said in her recent phone call to blogger AL that she is getting ready to do some rebranding, not just for herself, but for Martell as well. So she has decided, honey, to create another social media page. As you guys can see coming up on my screen, okay? You know, she was trying to get her YouTube channel up and running. She don't know what the hell she's doing over there. The only video that I think she's done was the interview between her, Martell, and Shan. It got some pretty good views because people were nosy. They ran over their child. I shared it. I talked about it as well, but she doesn't know. She's not consistent enough. Arionne is lazy. She's not consistent enough to be, I guess, famous. Well, she is infamous. She's not famous, but I don't think she's smart enough, and I don't think that she has enough drive and ability behind her to continue to keep doing what she needs to do in order to make it. I think Martell is holding her back because he doesn't want her to get her footing because she will up and leave him. God forbid she finds somebody that want to work with her or do something with her and she can move out on her own and make her own money. He doesn't want that. Martell is very jealous like he was when he was with Melody. He didn't want Melody to do shows. He didn't want Melody to do plays, anything outside of. He was jealous because he didn't want her to blow up because he knew that she would no longer need him, which she didn't at the time. But that's the issue with Arionne and Martell. She has started a new page now. She only has 4 followers, so that means that this is brand new. She has started promoting this because she wants more followers. She's trying to create another narrative, I guess. I ain't supporting the bullshit, but if you put some shit on there that's newsworthy, I'll talk about it, okay, because it's a bag for me. But that's all I got for you, Arionne. You don't get no more time on my show. No, ma'am. Goodbye. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye. All right, what else I got? What else I got? Okay, let me go back to that. I hope y'all are enjoying the show so far. If so, please don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's get into this Karen Huger news. Now, there were rumors that Karen Huger, honey, stepped back from Real Housewives of Potomac. Of course, you guys know she's dealing with 2 DUIs. What up, Snatch by Diego? What up? That's the homie. Thanks for being here. As you guys know, they were saying that Karen Huger stepped back from Real Housewives of Potomac, and she, after they had the reunion, they were saying that she quit the show. Upon further digging, I said, I'm going to wait because I don't want to jump out there and just report it as soon as it hit the net because sometimes it be lies and sometimes it be updates on that. So I went back and spin the block, and I found this topic here to where they says that it was all a lie, that she did not quit the show because there was rumors out there that she did. Let's go ahead and share so you guys can see with me. All right. Sometimes waiting can get you more news that you could use. All right. All right, so as you guys can see on my screen, Karen Huger, it says that the Real Housewives of Potomac departure announcement is a prank by Bravo's parody page. All right. It says Karen Huger's announcement of leaving the Real Housewives of Potomac happens to be a prank from Bravo's parody Twitter page. Says that she never posted a statement from any of her official social media pages, but the prank statement made its way around social media. Says that everyone can chill for now and see what happens next season after the Grand Dame returns. You know, she is currently, they're saying, in rehab due to her recent DUI situation. She does have a court appearance coming up to where she has a trial at which she requested after all of the evidence that was upon her and against her, rather. I don't feel like she should have asked for a trial. It's too much evidence. They have video footage from the police little cam child, police cam video of her ass lush, drunk, toe back, all of the above. I don't feel like she should have done that. That's going to hurt her in court. I feel like she ran to rehab so that she can get a lighter sentence in terms of whatever that may be when she goes to court. Leandra Johnson did the same thing because her ass had 2 DUIs. Like I said, this is Karen's second. So I feel like they run to so that the courts will see that they are trying to fix and or work on the situation or the problem. And that's why I feel like she went to rehab, because you didn't go to rehab for the first one. You just went home and drank again. And I ain't trying to be funny when I say that shit. You didn't go to rehab. Your ass went home, poured another drink like Maurice drunk ass, and was drinking again. And you went right back out there and did the same shit because why? You did not learn your lesson. This particular time, you totaled your Maserati, you tore up a whole fucking tree, you jumped the whole curb, you could have unalived someone, and you kind of you got arrested this time, and they're holding you a little bit more accountable, and it's looking like you're going to be getting some jail time. So, of course, you're going to run to rehab because you don't want to be sitting in the fucking jail. You want to be out so you can continue to be the Grand Dame, as they call you. And I like Karen. But Karen, I want you to get your shit together. Let's continue with this topic. Let's continue. Where's my thing? Hold up, shit. Okay. So as you can see there, let me move on because there was no. Why is this not moving over? Oh, there you go. Boop. All right. So it says Karen Huger announces departure from Real Housewives of Potomac less than 2 weeks before sentencing. That they're saying that was not true. Okay, that's what they're saying. This is bringing you news headlines and articles about reality TV. Remember, it's all fun. All right. So they're saying that, hey, I guess it was a whole prank where people were running out saying, "Oh my God, Karen, quick, Real House of Potomac, we're not going to have another Grand Dame." They're saying that's not true. She is still in rehab. So I guess Karen lives to be back on the show another day. Hopefully she get her shit together to where she can. Bravo and everybody over there, Andy Cohen and them, honey. He definitely said he was pulling for her as well. So we'll see what it's giving with that. So shout out to Karen for getting some help. All right. Shout out to Karen for getting some help. And shout out to them for coming back and saying that was false news, because, child, people were panicking like they was over there when they found out that TikTok was going away, child. People were going crazy over the Grand Dame not being on the damn show no more. I said, damn, is it that serious? Like, I watch the show from time to time, but I don't give a hot damn like that. If she decided to leave, oh well. I ain't staying up out of bed over Karen not being on the damn show. Damn sure ain't. Let's continue though, because I got some more news for you to use. All right, get on that. Let's get into this Nazaya news. Let's get into the Nazaya news. I had to put on my caramel Columbo hat, baby, my Inspector Gadget jacket, and all of the above to pull this damn news for y'all. I have screenshots. I have some of everything that I feel like I might have cracked the case a little bit. If y'all are watching, if y'all have been watching me, I've been covering this, and I feel like I have cracked this case. I want to go ahead and play this again for you guys so that I can get it back into your mind as I'm talking. You guys can remember what we discussed. This is Nazaya, the young girl, 13 years old, that was missing in Detroit from her unaliver, who is assumed to be Jarvis Butts, who was the Aunt Shannon's boyfriend, baby daddy of 5 children. They said initially he had 13 kids. We're finding out he has up to like almost 20 kids. He was also seeing over 20 women, meeting these women on social media. I'm finding out if you guys are on social media and you see someone by the name of Jay Bo, that's Jay Bo, run the other way, because that is Jarvis Butts' social media. So he was able to trick these women. Because he's a nice looking guy, and I feel like that's how they fell for him. But it's giving that, the motherfucker is dangerous. All right, so let's go ahead and play this for you guys so that you can remember what was found. Hold on, shit. Why is this not? Okay, there we go.
Detroit's west side. Human remains were found there earlier today, and now Detroit police are working with the FBI on this case. CBS News Detroit's Walter Murphy is live from the scene as the investigation continues. Walter, good evening. Any progress on figuring out who this is, and also how are these remains found?
Well, Terrence, the homeowner actually hired a construction crew to get the house ready for new tenants, but when that crew got to work, they found those human remains. And right now, authorities aren't able to say whether or not that human remains belonged to a male or a female or an adult or a child.
Well, I hope that it's not really human and someone is playing a cruel joke. I would just hope that.
Nadia Morris's hopes were crushed once she realized that it wasn't a cruel joke and that the home next door was now the site of an active crime investigation involving human remains. Those remains found by a construction crew hired by the home's owner to get the place ready for a new tenant to move in.
Very scary, because you don't know if it's a child, adult, or somebody's over here doing things they're not supposed to. So.
Morris, who's lived in this neighborhood for 15 years, says that this house in particular had sat empty for about a year after the previous family, which had 2 parents and 5 children, suddenly moved out.
But nobody knew they left. They packed up in the middle of the night and just were gone the next day.
An abrupt departure that ended the chaotic scenes that Morris says that her and her neighbors would watch from their windows the entire time the previous family called this corner lot home.
We could hear them arguing, they would have the door open and it would just get so loud that neighbors would get concerned and actually call the police over there.
The only detail that Detroit police gave CBS News Detroit was that the remains belonged to someone who was small in stature, but they couldn't say how long they'd been there or give the gender or age of the victim. But they do say they're working diligently to remove every clue from this backyard that they can.
We'll actually be making the exhumation by hand. I can in no way give you a length of time that this investigation will take, but extremely sad day, and we will exhaust our resources to hold the people accountable for it.
Again, they say that they will be out there to get all of those remains out of that yard, but IDing that body could take several months. Terrence.
Walter, thanks. We'll keep following it.
All right. So y'all heard that. Let's stop sharing. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that. I'm trying to upload a couple more things I think I need so I can kind of keep you guys on top of what we're talking about. Give me a second. That's uploading. Let's move on though, because I could do more than one thing at one time. No shade. So thanks for the 540 watching. Okay. It's about to get deep. Let me put in my banner. Let's put a trigger warning banner. All right. I don't want nobody to be triggered. Because baby, what we getting ready to talk about, y'all gonna be like, caramel. Yeah. The shit I found out. I've talked to family members. Did y'all know that? I got some information. I told y'all when I get nosy, baby, I get nosy. And I'm going to press, baby. I'm going to press like this shit is like it just came out of cleaners. That's how pressed it is, baby. I'm trying to tell you. All right, so hold on. Because we're going to look at some videos of like testimonies right quick. Let me put this. All right, so send. Upload that as well. All right, give me 1 second. Because the shit I found out, baby. All right, did that come over? Come on now. All right, do it one more time. All right, so if you guys watched the podcast with 7 Mile podcast the other day, when several family members kept calling in and out on the podcast, Shannon called in and was arguing with this person named Kenya. Okay, Kenya has put a lot of information out there, you guys, about this family. She knows them because she is related to them. She's a cousin. So I got some information which will make you guys understand what happened in this case and why Naziah's case have gone cold the way that it has. All right, give me a second. I don't know why this shit ain't going over. We'll give it a minute. All right, so by the time I get to it and need it, it'll be there. Okay, so we heard that. Let's get into some stuff. All right. Let me share screens. Grandma and let me send a message out right quick. Annette Harris, Shannon Harris, bitch. And I gotta say that when I refer to y'all. Both of y'all asses motherfucking need to be locked up. All right. I'm gonna say that. And the information that I have on y'all, especially that fucking grandma, it starts with you, bitch. I don't care if you cried on the stand. I don't give a damn. We see why Shannon, we see why you didn't cry, how you was straight faced when you sat your ass up on the stand and you didn't cry not one bit, bitch. We know why. And I'm about to tell y'all why here in a few minutes. Okay. Yes, God, I am. Because the information I have on y'all hoes, and I got to call you hoes because you started having kids at 11. Shannon, you sat up and had 5 by a whole pedo, all right, with your stupid ass. And it's because you felt like you were the main chick. I'm about to break this shit down like a 57 Chevy on y'all ass this morning because these hoes have sat back knowing this girl was missing and that she was pregnant, and they tried to help cover up this bullshit, all right? I'm going to say everything alleged in this damn video said is alleged in my opinion, and again, in my opinion, and I got some facts to add with this shit because family members have come forward to expose y'all asses, and we're going to talk about it today. As you guys can see on my screen, the fact that Kenya made this post almost a year ago today before she went missing truly hurts my soul. Says we all know that the family are great liars. Says if I don't know no better, listening to the grandma on the stand, that you wouldn't think that she was the epitome of pure evil. Now, she does go around town in Detroit, I'm hearing, presenting herself as this God-fearing woman. Bitch, you're not God-fearing. Your children, let me say this. Annette Harris, the mother of, the grandmother of Naziah, okay? This woman has 7 children. All 7 of her children ran the fuck away. You know why? Annette Harris, your husband was also a pedo. All right? Yes, he was. We're going to get into that. Let's finish reading this. All right? Says that they covered the situation up from the very beginning and groomed the kids on how to handle and answer questions, being evasive in questions. I can only hope and pray that more hurt isn't being done to innocent children currently in their care, and is. Says, and for those children whose innocence has been stolen, I pray that they receive the help that they need for the peace that they restored. All right, let's get into what's on my screen right now. This is Kenya, who is the cousin of Naziah. She's known some things. She's seen some things. She's also been putting information out there about this family and Naziah, as well as Jarvis Butts, who is known to be the person who unalived Naziah and who impregnated her, and who has 5 children by Shannon. Y'all forgive me, my sinuses are running. All right. Kenya says he is not what he, hold on. Says, and he don't like young girls. Says how old he is 1982. He was born. Said his first wife divorced him because he was molesting his daughter. Facts. Okay. So Jarvis Butts was married prior and got divorced because his ex-wife found out that he was molesting her daughter. Said that he got his ass beat by some little girl's family members because he was also touching her as well. This motherfucker is dangerous. All right, so this is him on the Michigan SEX offenders registers list. All right, Jarvis Butts, the person alleged to have unalived Naziah, the 13-year-old girl. This is his information. This is him on the offenders detailed list. Jarvis Ramon Butts, as you guys can see on my screen. The registration number 515-112-421. His MDoc number is 475-386, as you guys can see on my screen. Motherfucker is a pedo. He refused to go back and register again as he was supposed to in Detroit once they found his ass guilty. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna wait on that. Let's get into this. All right, so I want to play this for you guys again because I played it before and I need it because this information is also pertinent for what we're talking about. I don't want to leave no stones unturned because this shit here is crazy. All right, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to TikTok for coming back up. Shout out to Ray Chats. All right, because we're looking at it from there.
Right. Naziah's grandmother and especially her aunt is responsible for what happens to her.
The people in these pictures that's pictured here this is Shannon. This is Aunt Shannon, who had the 5 kids from, this is Jarvis Butts, his pedo ass. So Shannon had 5 babies by Jarvis. Let's continue.
This is Naziah's aunt Shannon, who she lived with her grandmother. And this is her boyfriend, baby daddy, the monster, Jarvis Butts. I want y'all to listen to this podcast interview that Shannon called into when they were trying to get the word out there about Naziah being missing. And one of her cousins called in and called her out about allowing him to be around kids when she knew what he was about. And she called in and this is what she had to say.
The one that is her baby daddy that she bought around, that she had around Naziah and all them other kids that's over there. When we found out that he was a pedophile, that's when we put it on blast. When we found out that he was approaching them kids, we put it on blast. We told them to go to the police.
After hearing that, Shannon called in and tried to defend herself, and then she said this.
Jarvis did, that was him, not on me, at all. At all. And yes, that might be my child's father. Yes, I do got 5 kids. Yes, my youngest is 1. Damn sure not desperate.
Apparently, this man has had a history of this. Like, so did you know about him being on the sex offender or any kind of activity about that? Like, had you even heard of anything?
When I met him, when I was 19, he did tell me his background. He did tell me his background. He gave me the decision if I wanted to pursue a
So given that his background was child, right? And you still made the decision to talk to
Okay, so it's kind of low. What he said to her is that you knew that Jarvis Butts was a pedo when you met him. She said, I met him at 19 years old. He told me everything about him prior to us dating and getting together. And she decided to proceed to date him anyway. Let's get into this bullshit. Naziah's mother, her name is Lady. They call her Lady. Let me get back to my main screen because I had to take some notes from the things that I uncovered and from talking to several people. Okay. And these are factuals. This shit here is factual. All right. I'll still say alleged, but it's actual factuals. All right. Naziah's mother, they call her Lady. Okay. She ran away at 11 years old. Okay. She was said to be pregnant and says that Naziah's mother was found in a crack house in Detroit. Her family failed her as well. Okay. All of her children, as I told you guys, ran away. All 7 of them because of what was going on in that house. And we're going to get to that. Now, all 5 of, hold on. Okay, all 5 of the children, okay, that they're saying, which is Naziah's aunt, rather, were removed, were all of Annette's children, Annette, which is the grandmother, let me get it right. Annette, which is the grandmother of Naziah, all of her children were removed via CPS at one point in time, okay? So the question was, why was she allowed to get more children after that happened? So she already had an issue with CPS prior, with her children continuing to run away, and they were cooperating with CPS about what was going on in the grandmother's home. Okay, so the grandmother was covering up stuff that was going on with her own children and them being touched as well. All right. So with Shannon moving into the grandmother's house, that gave the grandmother some more money through the state because she was also helping take care of Shannon's kids. Shannon don't work. Shannon's on government assistance with all 5 of her children. She had them back to back to back. And from my understanding, she just had one. She has a child that's not even 6 months old. So she's also getting government assistance from those children as well, from that child. And they all live with her mother, Annette. Okay. All right. Now, another child, which is a girl in the family, was also arrested by a man in their family. And they did not press charges or report this person because he was said to be autistic. All right. So this person was autistic and he was in the family. The grandmother knew about it. And so did Shannon and her twin sister know about it, but they did not report it. They covered it up and they protected this person because he was said to have autism in their family. Now, Shannon, you guys, said, like I said in one of her posts, that she did not fool with Naziah's mother. Okay. And that's because the mother cooperated with Child Protective Services when she ran away. Okay, so they saw that as her, I guess, being a snitch and also coming against the family and telling family secrets, which would have had all of the children initially removed anyway, and that would have also posed a threat towards Shannon and her, Shannon and her sisters and being removed. So now let's get into the family history. The grandmother of Naziah, okay, as I just told you guys, had all of her children removed. CPS would be called on the kids, and which would have caused the family. Hold on. Okay, so with the kids being removed, CPS then the case went cold with the kids being removed, and they never followed up on the case, which means that the grandmother got off on the charges that would have been alleged towards her with the children. So they just removed the children from the home. CPS did not go back and charge the mother Annette with any thing as far as what the children were telling them happened in the home. Okay, Naziah's brother, you guys, they're saying Naziah and the brother. Now they're saying that Naziah since age 11 has been known to have been sleeping with and or messing with and having a relationship with a grown man in the family. That same man who is said to be autistic in the family that was touchy-feely. They're saying that he also was messing with and or sleeping with Naziah since age 11. And it was never reported. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So before Jarvis even started messing with Naziah, she was already being violated by this said autistic family member in their family. They're saying that Naziah was doing some unmentionable things on social media, like showing her body and being like fast, dancing, doing inappropriate stuff on social media, which is why the grandmother kept taking her devices from her to, I guess, monitor her. All right. Now, they're saying whenever they asked her in court, I'm going to play the testimony for the grandmother in court here in a minute. She also mentioned that she did take the device from her. Shannon was also saying that she didn't know that Naziah was doing anything unmentionable on her devices or whatever whenever she was asked. But then you turn around and said that there were inappropriate conversations between that you saw between Naziah and Jarvis, which was the boyfriend. Okay, so they very much so knew that Naziah had some issues with being around grown men and being inappropriate. So with them sending Naziah to this shop to be with Jarvis, in addition to Jarvis's oldest daughter, they knew about it. They knew what was going on and why Jarvis was asking for, because he asked for verbatim for Naziah to come and for his oldest daughter to come to the shop. So Annette, knowing that he is a pedo as well as Shannon, they both knew what was going on, but they covered it up like they did everything else prior to Naziah. See, I'm cracking you up. So Naziah's brother, check this out. Naziah's brother says that he got caught up in some gang activity and says that some money was owed to someone. And Naziah's mother was also in some stuff with a drug dealer who she stole some drugs from. And it says that they were actually looking for the mother, and she was like hiding out somewhere. I'm thinking like a crack house. But they went to the family, which is Annette, the mother, and was letting her know that if they did not get the drugs back, and if she did not give up where her daughter was, that they were going to do something close to a close family member. And it was alleged that the brother would probably be the person that they try to hurt in retaliation of. Okay. I already told you about the mother stealing drugs from a drug fiend. And they were saying that she could, once she's found, that she could come and work the debt off with the drug user and that they would let it go. But they said that the rumor is that they threatened, like I said, to hurt somebody in the family to get back at them for stealing the drugs. All right. Okay, so let's continue. Now, Naziah's aunt's boyfriend, Jarvis, like I said, CPS had already investigated him for certain acts prior to Naziah, like I just told you guys. And he's been, of course, y'all know, he already had that case prior to Naziah for 2 other girls as well. Okay, we talked about the devices. I'm just taking notes. I'm trying to get through the notes, guys. Y'all bear with me, all right? All right, so they said that 1 week after Naziah came up missing, that police pinged a phone from Naziah's home. They're saying, and they said that the phone was off and on. So whoever it was steady cutting this phone off and on, off and on, off and on. They're believing that this person may have been Shannon. Now, the police came back to the home to ask the grandmother about phones pinging back and forth from a phone and an iPad that was said to be in the home. And she says that it had to be an old phone that she was cutting off and on. So they were trying to figure out, why was she cutting this phone off and on? Like, who does that? If you have a phone, why do you have to keep cutting that phone off and on? If it's a phone that you may be using in the home, I'm not sure. But the grandmother, I think, was assisting in covering up some of this stuff that was going on with Jarvis and Shannon with this pedophilia situation with her daughter and Naziah. Now, they said that the grandmother refused to do a press conference for Naziah, but she quickly changed her mind after she was told that she would be a suspect if she did not cooperate. Okay, so she wound up doing the only reason that she did the press conference for Naziah is because she did not want to be viewed as a suspect. Okay, this is some sick shit. This is your granddaughter who is missing that you did not report to the school until 2 days after her disappearance, and you did not even report that to police. You reported that to the school, at which the police then the school stepped in and reported her disappearance. All right. They said that police told the grandmother and Shannon that they had a suspect, which was Jarvis, whenever this situation first came down, whenever Naziah first became missing. Okay, they asked Jarvis to come in for questioning. Jarvis is the guy who was said to be messing with Naziah and unalived her. Now, when they asked him to come in for questioning, they said that police also told the grandmother and Shannon that they had a suspect, and that suspect was Jarvis, who they may have evidence on Naziah's disappearance. They said that Jarvis's phone had evidence of crimes, of sex offender crimes in his phone. All right. Upon them putting that information out there to let Shannon and the grandmother know, with them knowing that this situation had been going on with Naziah, they started allegedly helping cover this situation up. Now, Shannon, who had 3 phones, and when she testified on the stand, and I'm going to show that to you guys, it says that 2 of the phones were either turned off or hidden or destroyed because police confiscated messages from those phones. And Shannon thought that she got rid of those phones, but when they read back those messages to her in court, she was very stunned, okay? And she had to admit that they actually came from her phone. She was trying to say she didn't know the numbers of those phones, but those used to be phones that Shannon occupied, but she said that she didn't have those phones, okay? So she lied on the stand for that as well. And also one of those phones, Naziah was texting Jarvis from that phone. Now, Rouge River, which is where they said that they found Naziah. I have some information on that as well. Let me go ahead and play some stuff I have for that. They actually have a girl who, let's play this first. They actually have a girl who busted into the shop where Jarvis actually worked, and I want you guys to see what was seen up in there. There was like a whole makeshift bed in there, which is alleged where Naziah was violated in there. I want to share that with you guys. Okay, let's let that come up on my screen. This girl, she lives in Detroit, busted up in Jarvis's shop and videoed in there. She went in there to try to see if she could find some type of evidence or whatever. Let me go ahead and play that for you guys. All right.
Okay. I'm going through the fucking window. I'm going through here.
Hello, this is Roxy, Naziah's cousin.
So Roxy is trying to say that never happened. Roxy is trying to say that this girl was capping and that she never went in there and that she never found anything. I need to talk to Roxy because another video that I saw, she actually did. Now, they're saying that people are out here doing videos and stuff for clout. And Roxy is doing videos to debunk said situation. I'm going to play this for you guys, and then I'm going to play the video where the girl actually went into the shop.
You know what's so interesting? I was out here just looking for my cousin like I do. You know that everyone says that I'm not doing. Well, I was just out here looking for her, in the area. You know what I'm saying? In the area. And I'm trying to figure out, I come across and I am found 2 cars over here. So I go check on who the cars are. And apparently it's this person. Now, I don't know who this person is. I don't know where she came from. I appreciate efforts, but this is the things that I be talking about with the cloud chasing. What's out here? A building, right? What's out here? Snow. Okay, and just me. Okay, snow, just me. So I'm trying to figure out why this is playing.
In here, the police is right down the street right now. The police is right down the street right now. It's a crime scene right up 1 minute up the street. It's a crime scene 1 minute up the street from 7 Harlenberg Road. I'm literally 1 minute away. There's a crime scene right down the street. I don't know what they done found. It's at a house. I don't know what's going on.
There's no crime scene. There's no house. Where?
Out here too. I don't know if this got anything to do with the Naziah case. I'm not saying nothing.
Where's the investigators?
All I know is while they do what they do down there and down the street, I'm going to do what I do over here. Now, whoever this is with this white van, I hope you ain't trying to kidnap me because the police down the street, okay?
What a white van at?
That's all I got to say. Police right up the street.
People out here capping, trying to get clout off of
Somebody just texted me on Facebook, said that they was over here. Okay? I pulls up in front of this building. I'm just hoping that ain't nobody trying to off me and get me out the game.
All right, so as you guys can see, different people are going around doing videos and trying to say that they're out getting information and trying to help find Naziah. I don't know what the hell was going on with that chick right there, but that was some bullshit. Now, let me show you guys the video that I did run up on where the girl actually did go into Jarvis's shop and she did confiscate some stuff. I think it was a toothbrush. She saw some pads over there as well, and some more things. All right, so let's get into it. Let me pull it for you right quick. Hold on. Okay, here you go. All right. This shit is so crazy. All right, let's get into it. It says that was she wrong? Said the Detroit woman breaks into the auto shop of Naziah Harris. Breaks into the auto shop. Naziah Harris was allegedly last seen with Jarvis Butts and finds a bag containing menstrual pads, a toothbrush, and hotel toiletries. Okay. A lot of people were saying that maybe this young woman shouldn't have done that because she could be tampering with evidence that could probably throw the case off a bit. But I feel like authorities, this has been over a year now. This just recently happened from my understanding. I feel like authorities have already gone in there and flipped that whole entire shop upside down and found what they needed. And I feel like they have video evidence. I feel like they have all of the evidence that they need in terms of that. Whatever she found, maybe it's just some shit that they left behind that maybe they didn't need. But the problem is that they're saying maybe she should not be popping up at different places that could be crime scenes to where she doesn't taint anything to where it may throw off the investigation for Naziah. So let's go ahead and play this.
Be back. It's a pad in this bag. It's a toothbrush in this bag. It's hotel items in this bag. What is this doing in here? What the fuck is this doing in here? What the fuck is this? Okay, we about to test that damn toothbrush. I see a window. Okay. I'm going through the fucking window. I'm going through here. Hold on, water.
So she's inside of Jarvis's shop. People tell
Is this where you was messing with my baby?
Y'all see?
Is this where you was messing with?
Y'all see that bed?
My baby. Is this where you was at, motherfucker? Whose coat is this? What is this doing in here, y'all? A pad. What is this doing in here? What the fuck is this doing in here? What the fuck is this? Okay, we about to test that damn toothbrush. Put everything back in the bag. 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 Hold on, water. Some body lotion and some shit from hotels. A hotel bag, y'all. With a toothbrush. Come on, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta get out of here. What side did I come in, y'all? Remind me. Where did I come? I didn't go that way. Where did I come? The window. My backpack.
They're telling her in the thing, put gloves on. Like, why are you touching stuff with no gloves? Why are you touching stuff with no gloves? You're tainting.
Taking the bag to the police. Just have to make sure there wasn't nobody in there. Go, 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 Mimi, go. Somebody low. Get out of here. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go.
That's a shop because I looked up the information. That's a shop because right beside it is a store.
Oh my God! Yeah, I know.
Okay, I don't know if they'll fit you.
Thank you. Look at this bag I just found.
I was like, I know she's coaching.
I'm about to throw up. I'm about to throw up.
Why'd you handle them with your hands?
I'm about to throw up.
Here,
I'm about to throw up.
These are weather resistant.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just pulled up. What's your name? What is your name?
Ojos. So
Ojos?
I didn't see you live. So
Ojos?
I didn't see you live.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're an angel. You're an angel. You're an angel. Thank you.
So you put the fucking gloves on after you go out and grab all that stuff with your hands on it. Now you putting gloves on?
My hands is freezing. In the shop. I got in there, motherfucker. Yes, I'm going to the precinct now.
Okay.
I will. All right, and I ain't telling y'all what precinct I'm going to either.
You done
I'm not. Look at these little bitty
everybody.
gloves. Oh my God, they so cute.
You done showed your car and every damn
Either
thing.
way, they
Somebody
gonna
was
know.
looking for your
I'm
ass.
gonna let them know that I did touch stuff, okay? Because they got me on live, okay? I don't care. I will be back, y'all. I will be back. It's a pad in this bag. It's a toothbrush in this bag. It's hotel items in. I'm coming. I'm going to the police. I'm going to the police department, and I'm not telling which one. Y'all gonna have to catch me if you can.
So
Oh,
I didn't see you live.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
You're an angel.
Again. Nazia's been missing over a year. So do you not think one of the first places they're going to go look is at the fucking shop? You don't think they're going to comb that shop and find out any details, take pictures and all of the things You don't think they probably saw that or maybe left it behind or maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they've been in the shop and that they've gotten evidence from the shop. So you going in there, one, that's breaking and entering because did you have a warrant? Did you have any permission to go up in there? That is his personal shop. Okay. I get it that you are, this case may be near and dear to you, but you have to still follow the laws and guidelines in terms of just going into people's shit without their permission. Plus you videoed yourself doing it. So you're going down to the police station saying, hey, I broke into somebody's shop and I have this evidence to give to you guys. That's a crime. That's a crime. Breaking and entering is a crime. It's a real thing. Thank you for what you're trying to do, but you're going about it the wrong way. Okay. You showed your face on camera. Then you said, I'm not going to tell you which police station I'm going to. Whoever was working with Jarvis to cover this shit up, obviously they're on the outside because the only person that's been arrested is Jarvis. Keep in mind his crazy ass girlfriend and grandmother are still on the loose, and they are also said to be getting ready to be suspects in this damn crime as well. So you're putting yourself in harm's way trying to play detective. Just go online and talk about the shit that you know, just like I'm doing. Do you see me popping up at the shop? Hell fuck no. Did I get on a plane and take my ass to Detroit and go up in the shop and say, hey guys, look what I found? No, there's certain ways in terms of trying to do this and bring awareness to what you're trying to bring awareness to. You've also got your name out there. They've identified who this girl is. A Detroit woman by the name of Mimi Young has taken an active role in the search for 13-year-old Nazia Harris, who's been missing under the troubling circumstances. In a bold and unconventional move, Young recently investigated an auto body shop where Nazia was reportedly last seen with a man named Jarvis Butts. Footage captured by Young shows her exploring the perimeter of the building before attempting to find a way inside. After checking the garage door and spotted a broken window, she climbed through to gain entry. And all of the things are the things that you guys just saw in this video. So she said she was taking it to the police precinct. She might have some charges on her when she gets there. I'm sorry. You can't do no shit like that. I'm just sorry. What do y'all think about that? They said she sounds psychotic. Let me go back to my comments right quick. Let me go back to the comments. Let's stop sharing. I ain't about to read all that shit, but y'all see what happened in the video. They said they're tampering with evidence. Absolutely. Busy J said that's tampering with evidence, and it is. All right. That's if she's not clout chasing. Yeah, it's gonna be some clout chasing with this. It's gonna be some people trying to clout chase. It's gonna be people setting up all types of funds and selling stuff in order in her name, and that shit is just not right. Okay. All right. I'm not starting no GoFundMe's or nothing. I'm just gonna put out the news that I find out. And that's just on period. I ain't asking for no money for Nazia. I'm not going to do that shit. But what I will do is put out these facts on this situation. All right. They said, right, sit your ass down. Anything to go viral. Says whoever went to his shop should not have touched anything. This is disturbing possible crime scene. Absolutely. Somebody said, I don't believe her. Clout chasing and mentally ill. Another person says, JD Creation says that now she's breaking and entering, says you cannot do that in a criminal act to gather information because it could be thrown out. Right. We want to get a guilty verdict. We don't want no shit that's happening in this case to kind of throw the case off. All right. Says that I'm with you, Caramel. She needs gloves. Absolutely. All right. Said I'm still here just listening while resting. Sounds like a psychotic episode, just a crazy biatch. Y'all got some good comments. Says that she is broken into, so she broke in, and anybody that could work there at the gas station heard her, right? Pretty much, I'm pretty sure gas station camera may have seen her ass pulling up there too. So she's stupid too, because you filmed your car, so everybody know your face and your car. So if something happens to her by trying to get into the middle of this damn case, like, I'm pretty sure Jarvis got people on the outside that could probably do something if he so chose to do that. I mean, not saying that he will, that he can, but I'm just saying this case is very, very sensitive right now. The police can't use that stuff. Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure they have everything that they need. Okay, they just had preliminary hearing. They they asked questions. I'm pretty sure they've got a very tight case. Okay. The only thing that's not tight anymore is Jarvis's ass. And I showed y'all how he walked into the courtroom, okay? Says at least she's trying to do something. Nobody else cares about us. You can look at it in that way, but you still have to follow the rules and regulations and laws. You cannot be breaking and entering in places to get information. Says, will the evidence even be admissible in court considering how it was found? Probably not. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some testimonies, because that's going to be important. Why grandma's testimony didn't come over? All right, let's get into Shannon's testimony. Let me go ahead and upload that. Not sure why grandma's testimony ain't coming up. Child. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's get into Shannon. This is Shannon's testimony. Shannon is the girlfriend who had 5 children by Jarvis.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Watch your step, please. Have a seat.
I was speaking to this mic, you also pick it up and hold in your lap.
Whenever you're ready, Mrs. Ripley.
Y'all here?
Good morning. Could you please state your name for the record?
Shannon Harris.
And Ms. Harris, how old are you?
31.
And back on January, or in January 2024, where did you live?
With my mom. Resides with my mother.
With your mother? Okay. Who's your mom?
Annette Harris.
And without telling me the exact address, what street did you live on?
Bedford.
And do you have any children?
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
5.
And do all your kids have the same dad?
Yes.
Who's their dad?
Jarvis Butts.
And do you see Jarvis Butts in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And can you point to him and tell me the color of the clothing that he's wearing?
Green. Blue. Whatever. Green.
Green. Your Honor, would the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant in this case?
So reflected.
Thank you, Judge. And you said your mom's name is Annette. Do you have any sisters?
Yes, 2.
What are their names?
Kenyatta Harris and Marquita Harris.
Are they older, younger, something else?
Oh, they're, Marquita is a twin. She's my twin, same age.
And Kenyatta's older?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any nieces or nephews?
Yes.
Do you know someone named Neziah Harris?
Yes.
What's your relationship to her?
My relationship to her, she is my niece. I'm her aunt.
Okay. And whose daughter is she?
My older sister is Kenyatta Harris.
Okay. And did you have any nicknames for Neziah?
Yes. We all called her Tudda.
And is that Tudda?
Yes.
And did Neziah ever know Jarvis through you?
Yes.
Okay. And when did Neziah and Jarvis first meet?
When she was little, like age 2.
And can you kind of describe the relationship between Neziah and Jarvis?
She'll be just the uncle and the niece relationship, no more than that.
How often would Jarvis be around, like at your house with you?
He will call or say, can he come see the kids, or the kids will ask, can he see their dad? And he will come, pull up either to my house where I used to live or at my mother's house.
Would Neziah ever be around?
All the kids would be around.
To your knowledge, would Neziah ever text Jarvis?
From my knowledge, no, unless I will have her to text.
But to your knowledge, you didn't know of any kind of separate outside relationship?
No.
Would there ever be times where, where did you know Jarvis Butts to work?
Pardon?
Where did you know Jarvis Butts to work?
Where did I know him to work at?
Yes.
He worked at 2 different locations. The first location would be on East Warren, and the other location would be on Grashford and Connor.
And what were those locations?
Those are the auto repair shop.
Okay. Would you ever know Neziah to help Jarvis Butts at his shop?
Yes, he will call me and say, hey, if I can get our daughter and Neziah to come and work up at the shop. And I would say, let me ask my mom first regarding Neziah.
And which daughter of yours would that be?
That would be my oldest, Janiyah.
Would you ever know Neziah to go to Jarvis's shop alone?
No.
Whose birthday is on or around September 26th?
That's my oldest, my 4th oldest birthday.
Do you recall a birthday party on September 26th of 2022?
Yes.
Okay. And was Jarvis there?
No.
Okay. And that would have been his son's birthday party?
Yes.
Were there ever times that you would text Jarvis off of a text now number?
The only time I would text Jarvis off a text now number is if my phone is off. Other than that, no.
And do you recall the numbers that you would text Jarvis from?
Yes.
Okay. And does a 586-510-5161 sound familiar?
Yes.
And what number is that?
That used to be my old number.
And is that number that you would text Jarvis from?
Yes.
Okay. And what about a 586-842-4504?
That was the number before this number.
Before the 510 number?
Correct.
Okay. And is that a number you would also text Jarvis from?
Correct.
And what number did you have for Jarvis Butts?
The 313-585-8719.
And did you have any numbers for Neziah?
It was a funny looking area code. The area code was a 231.
Okay. I want to show you some messages from People's Exhibit 16 and ask you some questions about them, okay?
Okay.
Brandon, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm going to direct you to messages on or about June 27th of 2023. Do you recall those messages? Did you send any of those messages to Jarvis Butts?
No.
Okay. And do you know, I believe there's a phone number here that's highlighted. Whose phone number do you know that to be?
Jarvis Butts.
Okay, and you don't recall ever sending any of those messages?
No.
Okay. And now I want to direct you to messages from June 28th of 2023. How about any of these? Did you send any of these to Jarvis Butts?
No.
What about any messages from July 2nd of 2023? Did you send any of those messages?
No.
A lot of messages.
What about messages from August 26th to 2023? Did you send any of those to Jarvis Butts?
I'm sorry, was that 26?
August 26th.
No. These aren't my messages.
So that's the messages. Y'all see all that? A lot of messages going back and forth. Now there was a message, and I gotta find that one. Let me go back. Let's stop sharing. Let me take that down. So y'all see there was a lot of conversation that was going back and forth, inappropriate conversations with Jarvis, okay? All right, so all right, so hold on. Now we want to hear grandma. Let's hear grandma. And they so damn fake. Grandma fake as hell, trying to sit up there and act like she's so concerned. Listen to this shit. Lying her ass off.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Could you state your name for the record?
And then Harris.
And Ms. Harris, do you know someone, or did you know someone by the name of Neziah Harris?
Yes.
And who is Neziah to you?
My granddaughter.
Are you her legal guardian?
Yes, I am.
When did you become her legal guardian?
I adopted Neziah back in 2016.
And that was court work or paperwork filed and all of that to legally adopt her?
Yes, it took a process.
Oh.
Yes.
And back in January of 2024, did Neziah live with you?
Yes.
I don't want to know the specific address, but what street did you live on?
Bedford.
And is that in the city of Detroit, Wayne County?
Yes, it is.
How long had Neziah been living with you at that address on Bedford?
Oh, wow. Basically, I mean, ever since I had her. I mean.
Since 2016?
Well, we moved to another house.
Okay, when did you move into the Bedford house?
Let me see. 2019, we moved in that house, and then moved in the house that I am now, which is still on Bedford.
Okay. And did Neziah make those moves with you?
Yes.
And in January of 2024, at that Bedford location, who else lived there?
Just me, the kids. My other daughter lived with me at the other address. But it was just basically me and my kids and Shannon.
And who is Shannon?
My daughter.
And what's her last name?
Harris.
And she lived with you and Neziah and the other kids at the Bedford location?
At the first Bedford location.
Okay.
Yes.
At that first Bedford location, how many other kids, in addition to Neziah, lived there?
My other two, my grandson and my other grandchildren.
Okay. So how many kids total in that house?
Let's see. 6. Should have been 6.
And you and Shannon, correct?
Well,
Living there.
Shannon, she was there, but she wasn't really like there all the time.
Okay.
She would spend most majority of her time at my house, but actually Shannon had her place out in Clinton Township.
And when you were there in January of 24, how old was Neziah at that time?
January 24th, she had 13. She had a birthday in September.
And was she going to school?
Yes, she was.
What school did she attend?
J.E. Clark Preparatory Academy.
And is that also in Detroit?
Yes, it is.
Just generally, can you tell us about your morning routine with the kids, specifically Isaiah, about getting them to school and things like that?
Sure. Okay. 6 a.m. That's when I get the children up. They usually get up, get dressed, prepare themselves. About 7:15, 7:20, we're basically saying prayer and we're loading up in the car. I'm dropping them off at school at 7:30. Breakfast starts at 7:30, and they like to eat breakfast at school.
And does that include Isaiah? You would drop her off at J.E. Clark?
All together, yes.
Now, I want to talk about, let me ask it this way. Did you know someone by the name of Jarvis Butts?
Yes.
And do you see Mr. Butts in the courtroom today?
Look at this bitch.
If you need to stand up and look around.
I don't see him.
Let me pause. Bitch, you seen Jarvis. You know Jarvis when you see Jarvis. Why the fuck she act like she don't see Jarvis and she don't know how Jarvis look when he's sitting right there behind the fucking prosecutors with the mask on? Do y'all see how crazy her ass is acting like she don't know Jarvis? You've seen Jarvis. Jarvis been around you. You got 5 grandchildren from Jarvis. So when they ask you, can you spot Jarvis in court? You act like you can't see the motherfucker because you ain't got no glasses on. Where else would Jarvis be sitting if his ass is on trial? You see the prosecutor sitting here. That means his motherfucking ass is sitting right there behind him. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me back it up a little bit. This bitch is so fucking fake. And even look how she looking at her. Look how the girl here looking. Even the judge gonna be like, bitch, you know. Let me play this shit again.
If you need to stand up and look around.
Oh, let me back it up. Let me go back a little bit more. This bitch is so fucking fake.
By the name of Jarvis Butts.
Yes.
And do you see Mr. Butts in the courtroom today?
Look at the camera. You see that? Camera right there.
If you need to stand up and look
Look
around.
at her. She looked over and looked and saw that the camera was on her ass while her fake ass was sitting up there acting like she didn't see Jarvis. Let me go back. I don't miss shit. Let me play it one more time. Watch how she looked when she look over at the camera. And then she start looking around like she can't see. And look how the judge looking at her. Look how the judge, pay attention to how the judge is looking at her. Let's play it one more time.
If you need to stand up and look around.
Wait, I can go back, partner. I'm sorry, y'all. Go back.
Prayer, and we're loading up in the car. I'm dropping them off at school at 7:30.
Fake as hell.
Breakfast starts at 7:30, and they like to eat breakfast at school.
And does that include Isaiah? You would drop her off at J.E. Clark?
All together, yes.
Now, I want to talk about, let me ask it this way. Did you know someone by the name of Jarvis Butts?
Yes.
And do you see Mr. Butts in the courtroom today? If you need to stand up and look around.
You can't see now. You walk in the courtroom, but you can't see now. Okay.
I don't see him.
Motherfucker sitting right there.
Yeah, my
Okay,
daughter has my glasses.
Okay, Judge, may I take a moment to go get her glasses?
Yes.
You walked in the courtroom, but now you can't see. Grandma not that old. I see y'all put it in there. She's not that old. Grandma ain't new to this shit either. She been covering shit up. I'm about to blow y'all away after I show y'all this shit. Grandma is in on this shit. Watch where she looked when she put her glasses on. She gonna look right at Jarvis because you saw him when you came in. He was sitting right there when you walked in the court.
Thank you.
Watch when she put her glasses on where she looked right at Jarvis.
And you could just stand up and take another look around.
Okay. Yes.
Do you see Mr. Butts in the courtroom today?
She didn't even look
You
around.
can point to him and identify a piece of clothing.
She didn't even look around. So if you didn't see Jarvis, as soon as you put your glasses on, you're looking right at Jarvis. You didn't even look around the court to say, hold on, let me see. Do I see him around the court? Did y'all catch that, or is it just me? Anybody else catch that but me? If you can't see somebody and you need your glasses to see them, when you put them on, you're going to look around to make sure that you are looking in all directions to see if you see said person they're asking you, can you see? You done stood up and you look right at him. Now you can point him out with your glasses on.
For the record, the witnesses identified Jarvis Butts, the defendant in this matter.
So reflected.
And may I approach the witness again, Judge?
Yes.
I'm approaching with what's already been admitted as People's 9.
Stupid ass boy, I think.
And Ms. Harris, do you recognize the person in that photo?
Yes.
And who is that person?
Jarvis Butts.
And is that the same person you've identified in court here today?
Yes.
And Ms. Harris, how did you know Mr. Butts back in January of 2024?
He's the father of my daughter's children.
And is that daughter Shannon Harris?
Yes.
Okay. How many kids do they have together?
5.
And would he come around your house on Bedford in January or the months leading up to January?
Whenever he did come, he would always pull up in a white truck, and Shannon would go out to the car and they would sit and talk or whatever, but he would very rarely come in my house.
Did they ask her, did he ever come in the house? That means you're covering up something, because I uncovered where he was in your house. I showed a fucking video and pictures of Jarvis in your house. And I showed text messages where Neziah also proved that he was downstairs with her and Shannon was downstairs too. Go back and look at the video from yesterday. They didn't ask you if he ever came in your house. They asked you, did he come to your house? So now you're giving extra information to cover up some shit. Y'all catch that? That's why I said that, Grandma.
And during that time when he would come around and sit in his car, was there any times that he would interact with Neziah that you saw?
Not that I remember, no.
Okay. Now I want to talk specifically about January 9th. You had described your morning routine with the kids. Did you follow that routine on January 9th?
Yes, I did.
And did that include dropping Neziah off at J.E. Clark 7:15 to 7:30?
Yes.
And can you tell us what she was wearing on January 9th, 2024?
Yes, she was wearing a pair of light powdered blue jeans with a light powdered blue jacket that had the black little fur around the collar. It was like a 2-piece set.
And did she have a sweater on or a shirt on or something?
She had a shirt. She wore a shirt underneath it.
And you remember, did she have any other clothes with her on the 9th when you dropped her off?
She had her little blue sweatshirt with the little hoodie. She had that with her.
And do you know how or when she got that hoodie?
I bought that hoodie for her. I guess it was in the fall sometime when I bought it. When I first, it wasn't nothing new. It was just one of her old hoodie jackets she used when she go to gym.
Okay. And in terms of, if you know, the condition of that hoodie on the 9th, was it torn, ripped, damaged in any way?
No,
Okay.
it was fairly, really, kind of like still new, because she took pretty good care of her things.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
May I approach, Judge?
Yes.
I'm approaching with People's Proposed Exhibit 12. Ms. Harris, do you recognize what I just handed you?
Yes.
And is that a picture of Neziah?
Yes.
And do you know when that picture was taken?
The same day, January the 9th, she took this picture.
Oh, move to admit People's Proposed 12.
Any objection?
No objection.
It'll be admitted as People's Exhibit 12.
And when you dropped Neziah off at J.E. Clark, what was the routine supposed to be after school is over?
Okay, well, when school is over, the bell rings at 2:40. Nazaya was due to come home. And normally when the bell rings, 2:40, 2:45, she's getting on the bus.
And was that's what she normally did on other days?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, I'm sorry.
And
yes.
what time would she normally arrive back at home?
The Nazaya would be walking in through the door maybe 3:05, no later than that.
And on January 9th.
Okay. So I just want you guys to see that part. All right. If y'all want to see the complete one, you can YouTube her entire testimony. Okay. All right. Because I told y'all she didn't even whenever they came home to realize that she wasn't there, which I already knew I think they knew she wasn't gonna be there anyway. But they didn't even call. They went to bed. Everybody went to bed that night, and then the next day, and almost until the next day, nobody called the damn police because she told Shannon, "Don't call the police. We'll figure this shit out tomorrow." Everybody went to bed, and the next day they went down to the school after they dropped the kids off and spoke to the school resource officer, who then called the police to report Nazaya missing. So they didn't give a fuck about that girl. They didn't give not one damn about Nazaya. And grandma especially, okay? And y'all know how grandmas are supposed to be. Grandmas are supposed to be on that shit. All right, so let's get into these messages from Kenya, which is the cousin. This shit about to open the door to all the stuff that's been hidden with grandma. Y'all about to find out some stuff that's going on with grandma now, all right? Let's get into this. This Kenya is related to them, all right? She's telling on their ass, and I love it. All right, so you see on my screen coming up, Kenya, honey, says that you can't sweep pedophiles under the rug anymore. It's not okay, Annette. Annette is the grandmother, okay? This is Jarvis's picture from his social media page where he his profile picture where he reeling in those women under J Bo, okay, on his Instagram and on his Facebook. He has over almost 1,000 and something girls up on there. Most of them are girls. Most of the friends on his page is girls. All right. Most of them are girls. Upon the conversation had with what was brought to my attention from 7 Mile Podcast, he noticed, because he is from Detroit as well, he noticed that the majority of some of the people that he was friends with was some of the women on there that were also friends of Jarvis, and he unfriended their ass. He didn't want to be friends with none of the women that were associated with Jarvis. He was like, this bitch is on my friends list. Let me get the fuck away from them. So this is the picture that Jarvis is putting out there to meet all these women. 20 women at which he was seeing during the time that he was also sleeping with Nazaya and messing with his own damn daughter. Let's continue. All right, so this is what I showed you guys earlier, where he is actually on the pedos list, okay? The Michigan SEX Offenders Registry, okay? You guys see that? That's Jarvis. All right, let's get into some messages here. Says that the fact that Kenya made this post almost a year ago, the day before she went missing, truly hurts my soul. Says that we all know the family is great liars. If they didn't know any better, listening to the grandmother. Okay, let's continue. All right, so Kenya, which is the cousin. Y'all remember, the grandmother just said in her testimony that Jarvis never came in the house, right? She said that Jarvis stayed out in the car, and her daughter Shannon would go outside in the car to talk to Jarvis. That Jarvis never came in the house. Now, Annette, which is the cousin, says that how Annette saying that Jarvis wasn't in the house when he was in the house when I was over there. Says then in Nazaya's video, he is in them in the house with them as well. Said Annette is the biggest liar of them all. How the heck Nazaya missing? And that's not the first thing you do when notified when she was not home. Okay, so you guys see there, the cousin is saying she was at Annette's house, which is the grandmother, and Jarvis was in that house with those children in the house, and he is a pedo and not even supposed to be around the fucking kids. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? This is the cousin, Annette, putting it out there that she was at Annette's house. I mean, Kenya, the cousin Kenya, said she was over there, and Jarvis was up in there with them damn kids. All right. These are just people, Kenya, under her post, where they're saying, let me cross-examine them, and I'll catch them. They're just going on and on and on, speaking on what's going on, giving their take on how they feel. We don't have to read those. Just more people expressing how they feel. I just started pulling comments, okay? I just want to read the ones coming from Kenya, though, because she is giving tea. All right. Okay. So this is a person who was trying to also help out in the case. As a man tell the detective that he should have done his job last year by finding her, better yet, that they should have done their job 2 years ago. When the cousin Kenya was putting them on blast, it says to tell they ass to miss you with that ish. If it's not going to be a riot, because the city don't play about kids and y'all not doing your job. So this person, Ivory Williams, which I think is also related, says the police contacted me and asked me to stop posting about this case because my influence can possibly incite a riot. Says that no G, my mom went through the same thing that baby went through. No voice, that nobody believe her. No social media. Says that niggas and my dukes as an inside wife, but supposed to been her stepsister. So she goes into what happened with her family. So the police asked her to stand down because she was doing team too much. All right, so let's get into this. Kenya, this is Kenya, says that my aunt stated that she knew about every pregnancy. All right, this is on my screen is Shannon. This is Shannon, the Oompa Loompa. That's Jarvis, all right, the pedo. Now, they're saying that Shannon knew about all the pregnancies that Jarvis's women had. So Shannon was the main chick. Let's go ahead and let y'all know. Shannon was the main chick of all of Jarvis's 20 women, all right? Now, they said that the aunt stated that she knew about every pregnancy that he had with other women outside of her, which means that she knew about Naziah also being pregnant. Naziah was said to be almost 4 to 5 months pregnant during the time that she passed away. Naziah was a teeny weeny little girl. She was starting to fill out in the face. I should have pulled that picture too. Let me see, do I have it in my phone? Naziah was teeny weeny when she was here. Okay. Give me 1 second, because I think I had that picture as well. Y'all know I got child receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts. But y'all can stare at them two clowns, because their asses was Jarvis is already locked up. But okay. All right. So this is how Naziah looked. Let me send this picture. I hope it come up real quick. She even looked pregnant. So these grown ass women, the mama who had 7 kids and Shannon who had 5, you mean tell me you did not know that Naziah was pregnant, that she looked different, that she ain't asked for no pads or nothing like that? Let me send that over. Let's let that come over. Let's continue these, and then I'm going to spin the block on Naziah, that picture. All right. All right, so Kenya goes on to say, this is the cousin. She says the individuals who allow an adult to be sexual with a child are just as guilty. They participated in child trafficking. So she is insinuating that there was some trafficking being done with those children as well. All right, that's some stuff that I pulled from Kenya. All right, so this is somebody letting the grandmother know. Said, I'll be at your church, Annette, to tell them how you threatened all the girls to not say a word to anyone, okay? So Annette was telling the little girls who the police was questioning about if they were touched and or anything appropriately done to them by Jarvis. The grandmother coerced the girls into not cooperating with police. So that is what they're saying. We come into your church because she word around town and she runs around acting like she's this holier than thou Christian woman when she's sitting back seeing pedos be around her grandchildren and people being violated because her own fucking children were violated by her husband. Yes, I said it. Annette's husband violated her own children and she said nothing, and she didn't turn him in because she needed that money from her husband to take care of her children, and she didn't want her children removed from her home. Let's continue. All right. Kenya goes on to say, well, as you guys can see here, says the fact that he had her and the oldest daughter with him at the shop all the time, says that that's why they asked, was she close to any of the kids? And said that the grandma said that she's cool with them. And then they asked again, and she said that the oldest daughter. So he was actually on some bull. So he was requesting that Naziah come to the shop with his oldest daughter. You guys saw that bed in there. That's where the shit was going down in his shop, okay? It said that, like they said, that he was having a relationship with the grandmother too, and locked in the room with her, and that's why everybody was acting off. These are cousins. These are cousins that is putting this shit out there. They're speaking out. I promise to God, I ain't making it up. Y'all see the messages. All right. They said that, like they said, that he was having a relationship with the grandma, the one that we just saw do the testimony too. So grandma was messing with Jarvis too, allegedly. And said that she was locked in rooms with him, that he was locked in rooms with grandma, and that's why grandma is acting off. So grandma was getting some of that D over there too, along with her daughter Shannon. Ooh, child. Somebody said, wow, I ain't know that. They said, oh, you got a lot of catching up to do, that this guy is a womanizer. Said that grandma said that they were painting the room, which is why she was in the room with Jarvis with the door locked, y'all. Y'all hear this shit? What the fuck you doing in the room with the door locked? Why you can't paint with the door open? Grandma was in the room with Jarvis, this pedo, with 20 other women who have 5 children with her daughter Shannon, and who was also messing with her granddaughter Naziah and Shannon's oldest daughter, allegedly. Grandma was locked in the room with Jarvis, talking about she was in there painting, and Shannon was there because Shannon lived there, and they said a goddamn thing about it because they sharing men. But right here it says that but y'all got a lot of catching up to do because this guy is a womanizer, and grandma said that they were just painting in the room. They were just painting the walls. So grandma was getting fucked too. But you a God-fearing woman. Bitch. They continue. They're saying that I want them to ask grandmother if she had an sexual relationship, and did, according to what the cousin is saying. Allegedly. They're saying that they're both protecting him even after Shannon saw the messages between them. All right, we saw that where she said she's gonna be at the church. All right, so this person here says, Kenya, she's still talking. Individuals that protect the child molester and frighten their own children not to tell the truth is an absolute disgrace. And not only that, and still allow him to be around is just sickening. Well, he was around because he was also allegedly messing with the grandmother too, according to what one of the cousins have just said. Grandma was in on the shit too. Grandma had her legs in the air too. All right, so Sierra Marie DeBoss is also a cousin. That's the one I'm trying to get to me. All right, this shit here about to blow your mind. This is Kenya, the cousin. She's putting this shit out there. When I saw this, baby, I about fell out of bed. Let's blow this shit up so y'all can read with me. Y'all enjoying this tea? I told y'all my ass been digging, baby. I was like this. So tell me this. So what happened with this? So what happened with this? So what happened with this? All right, so let's get into it. Kenya, who is the cousin, said, so Shannon Kid's father offered his own daughters and someone else's daughter money to suck his peen. Said that he has been to prison for R-wording a 13-year-old girl. And since Shannon don't want to raise the kids on her own, she told her kids that so they wouldn't get in trouble or get him in trouble. They said that Shannon would rather lay up with the kid's father than to protect them from a child molester. Shannon is the girl, the big old girl in purple. Let's continue. That says, but there is, but hey, there is more. Says that that lady, which is Naziah's mother, they call Naziah's mother Lady. They said, but there's more. It said the lady is so messed up because Annette did not believe her when Annette's husband Charles was R-wording her, and she swept that under the rug. So there you have it. Okay. Let me let y'all breathe on that a little bit. I don't want to put too much on you at one time. Annette's husband Charles was messing with Naziah's mother, which is why Naziah's mother ran away as a child. Whew. Father God, this the bitch that was just sitting. I gotta call a bitch. Nah. I know you're supposed to respect your elders, but bitch, you a bitch today. You set your ass up there acting like you were Mother Teresa to your grandchildren, and your own husband was molesting your children, and all of your children ran away because your husband couldn't keep his hands to himself, bitch. And your own damn niece is telling it. Oh, yeah. Grandma had her first baby at 11, so she was touched. This is a family of pedos. Sierra, which is the cousin, already came forward to talk about how Shannon and her twin sister, Marquetta, also molested her when she was young. She said that that's why she don't allow her children to go up over there to Annette's house where Shannon resides with her 5 kids from Jarvis the pedo, because she was touched and she don't want her kids touched and be damaged as well. Let's continue. She says, the cousin, Kenya, says it runs in the family. Child molestation is okay at the Harris residence, and so is the whole. Says it. So is the holier than thou Annette, honey. Says that she knew about Jarvis. Says that don't call me out when I talk. She says, and anything that she said, if anything, I got facts. So don't be trying to call me out because I'm talking now. Because if anything, I got facts. And she done named names as well. She says that if you don't have the whole story, then shut the F up. Okay, because other people were trying to come for her and telling her she didn't know what she was talking about, but she's naming names in terms of saying that Annette, which is Naziah's grandmother, who you guys just saw on the stand, her husband molested his own children, including Shannon. Well, that's why Shannon's fucked up. That's why the twin is fucked up. And that's why Naziah's mother was also fucked up and turned to drugs, because she was dealing with so much pain in her life from her mother not protecting her, because she was so busy trying to protect her husband, who was doing the molesting. Y'all catching this shit? That's why I said they all have something to do with hiding what happened to Naziah. Naziah was 4 to 5 months pregnant. You can't tell me grandma, who had all them kids, didn't know a difference in her daughter's demeanor and how she looked, her physique, because when you're pregnant, your face gonna fill out. Naziah's body was filled out. I'm gonna show y'all the picture of how Naziah, the last and final picture of Naziah before she went to school. I got that picture, and you guys are gonna see how filled out she looked. She looked pregnant. She said in text messages that she could not properly do her gym activities because it was starting to get too hard for her. She was carrying. So it's hard. She was a little tiny girl. So imagine jumping, running, and all the things that they were asking her to do in gym became hard for her because she was carrying. The grandmama knew about it, but the grandma wasn't going to say anything, because then that would have exposed Jarvis. Jarvis would have been locked up, which then Jarvis, which is the father of her 5 grandchildren by Shannon, that would have also had Shannon's children taken away from Shannon. So they kept this secret under wraps about Naziah, because exposing Naziah would have exposed Jarvis and had Shannon's 5 kids taken away, which then the grandmother would have also been probably locked up, because she is the guardian of Naziah. Y'all get how y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? This is why this situation between Jarvis and Naziah was covered up. And even when Shannon found out that there were text messages between, inappropriate text messages to be exact, between Naziah and Jarvis, she didn't go to the police. She contacted Jarvis and cussed him out and said, bitch, I'm done with you. How dare you do some shit like this? And then she turned her anger towards who? Naziah. Because how dare you mess with my man, bitch? How dare you lay with my man? And now you pregnant by him? I feel like she had a lot to do with getting rid of her, because how dare you have a child by my man? I'm the main chick. That's her mentality. Shannon is slow. I feel like Shannon is on the spectrum. Shannon is fucking crazy when a man come up to you, and even though you can't use the fact that you were 19 and say, I was 19 years old. Bitch, I was 19. And I had more sense than that at 19. I said that shit before. An R-worder and sex pedophile could not come in my fucking face and proposition me to go with him to be his boyfriend or girl. I mean, to be his girlfriend after you tell me some shit that you have violated 2 younger children. You sleep with children. So do you think you about to sleep with me, nigga? Shannon laid up and had 5 children with Jarvis. Shannon knew about the other women. Shannon, to her own admission, knew that Jarvis had other women out there with babies. She knew about all of his children. She knew about all of his pregnancies, including Naziah. But you were jealous of Naziah because your man gave her more attention than you. So I feel like there's some motive there in terms of you helping Jarvis get rid of Naziah. I feel like Shannon was there when whatever happened to Naziah went down, because the very same day Naziah asked her Aunt Shannon about, what's that road? Let me go back to my notes. Y'all ain't gonna fuck with me today because I got my shit. I sure do. What's that road? What's that road? What's the road she asked about? Because I wrote that shit down. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Let me get that road. I want to make sure I get that right. Need that. Where the road at, Lord? Where the road at? Because I got so many notes over here. Balfour. You guys remember when in a testimony where Naziah contacted her aunt, and this was according to what Shannon testified on the stand. She says that her niece, which is Naziah, contacted her from school and said, Auntie, where is Balfour and Bedford? She explained to her the location of Balfour and Bedford. But then she said that those roads had no significance to her. But then we found out that you were picking Jarvis up from that location. So you knew about Balfour and Bedford. And that's also the location where they said that Naziah was also with Jarvis, because his phone pinged off from that particular area during the time that it was said that Naziah was with him. So there was a lot of significance for Balfour and Bedford. And I believe that Jarvis may have told her that he was going to take her there or something was going to happen there. And Naziah was with him during the time that she went to Balfour and Bedford. But in the testimony, she says that the reason that Naziah was asking that was because they were in school and that they were learning their surroundings in school, and that road came up. So she was asking her auntie, she called her auntie from school to ask her what was the significance of, or where was Balford Road. And she said, you know that Balford comes before Balford, or however she explained it to her. But she knew about that. I feel like you knew the location in terms of where Jarvis was going to take her, and whatever happened to her may have happened off of Balford Road. Let's continue. She says, the cousin Kenya, for the book, I never talked or said anything about anyone else in the family being gay. That person was is unalive. That person is not here anymore, whoever she was talking to. Kenya also goes on to say, this is the cousin, I got more, so type some more shit to me. I think she's arguing with Shannon, because Shannon has been on social media arguing with family members that's been coming out, putting their family business out. Shannon's been very bothered about them talking about Jarvis being a pedo and talking about all the other shit that's happened in their house growing up. Belford. Thank you, Belford. Belford. Thank y'all, chat. Y'all feel me, though. Y'all feel me. I'm on my shit, though. So she said, I got some more. Type some more shit to me. She said that him offering them money, that was confirmed today. She says, I actually talked to the little girl. So Jarvis was asking for sexual favors, okay, from little girls and offering them money for silence, okay, including his own daughter, allegedly. All right, let's get into this. All right, so according to Kenya, according to this person, said that the aunt stated that she knew about every pregnancy that she had with other women outside her, which means that she knew about Naziah being pregnant. They're talking about Shannon. So she found out about her baby daddy and Naziah's relationship after going through Naziah's tablet and seeing messages between her and Jarvis. Instead of you turning his ass every which way but loose and contacting the police, you sent him a text message stating, I'm good and I know what's going on with you and Tutta. Y'all hear this shit? Which is Naziah's nickname. The week of January the 9th, you said that your niece Naziah asked you where was Outer, Drive, and Balfour, which I just said because her school was teaching them about their surroundings. Said that you responded to her by saying you know exactly where it is at. But you also said that that was where you would pick up and drop off the father of your children, Jarvis. Fast forward to the day your niece didn't come home from school. You told the others in the household not to contact police because you'll do it in the morning. Goes on to also say that she also said that they put up flyers when Naziah went missing after being told to do so by the police. So the police had to tell you to put up flyers about your missing niece versus you getting your ass out there and doing it yourself just because you want to find her. And it's also said that they were also taking flyers down and that they stopped even talking about and promoting looking for Naziah, the family. And that's this clown right here. That's Jarvis. The one that everybody, including the grandma, said that they couldn't see in court when his ass was sitting right there. You walked past him to get to the stand, but you didn't see him. Okay. All right, so now let me try to pull this picture up with Naziah. This is the last picture of Naziah before she went to school and went missing that day. Okay. You guys tell me. Does she not look pregnant to you? Naziah was teeny weeny skinny. She didn't have no weight on her. She was teeny weeny skinny. This is Naziah's last picture. That's the coat she had on when she went missing. This is the last and final picture of Naziah before she was not seen anymore. Does she not look pregnant in that picture? She looks whiter. She was 4 to 5 months pregnant when she passed away. Y'all can put it in chat. Put a 1 in the chat if she looks pregnant. Put a 2 in the chat if she does not. Put a 1 in the chat if Naziah looks pregnant in this picture. Put a 2 in the chat if she does not. I've been pregnant before. I know how that shit works. Your face gonna fill out. Your nose gonna spread a little bit. Look at her nose. I probably should have did a side by side. I'm gonna pull up a picture of her prior to all of this, like of how she looked prior to all of this. But she was pregnant. It's been confirmed. Grandma, I don't care what nobody say. Shannon knew she was pregnant because Shannon already admitted that she knew about all the babies that her baby dad had. Every woman that got pregnant, Shannon knew about it because Shannon was supposed to be the main chick. Naziah was pregnant. And she was pregnant in this fucking picture before she was missing. This is the same jacket that was said that she had on whenever she left the house. Whenever her grandmother dropped her off that morning, she had on this coat. It was already testified by several people that saw her that day, including some of her friends, that this is the coat she had on. So you telling me you're looking at your grandbaby's face and you see her face this full, her nose is spreading, her physique is where she is kind of spreading, her tummy area is poking out under that jacket, and you cannot tell me you did not know she was pregnant? All right, let's stop sharing. Let me show y'all how she looked. Okay, Naziah was teeny weeny. Naziah was teeny weeny. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all, I guess, a video of her dancing. I really want to show it up close. Nah, let's do it up close. Let's do it up close because that picture won't really show it. All right, hold on, because I got pictures. Y'all bear with me, okay? Let me put that picture back up. Let me put that picture back up. And then I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna put a picture up on my phone of Naziah. No, I don't want that. All right, let me reshare the picture of her allegedly. Well, not allegedly, because it's been confirmed she was pregnant. So we ain't saying no allegedly. Fuck that. All right, so I'm gonna pull up. Look at her face in that picture. And then let's show a recent picture of her. Okay. All right. So here's a picture. Let me go back to the main screen. All right, so here's a picture. Does her face not look different there? Her face is not as full. Y'all see that? All right. Let me show you another picture. We got him. We got him, honey. We got him. Sat there and know that man impregnated that baby. And they ass is going to act like they don't know what the fuck is going on. Let me show the other picture because that's a very telling picture. This is how she usually would look prior to being pregnant. Let me get that picture up. Right here. That's how her face usually is. Her face would have been slim like that. Y'all see that? That's usually how because she was very skinny. She was very small. She was very small. Y'all see how slender her face is on this picture? That was months before. That was months before. Okay? Y'all see the difference? There's a difference in her face. If you guys see what's on my screen versus right here. That's months before. The picture on my phone is months before. The picture on my screen is the last picture seen of Naziah. Okay? All right, let's stop sharing. There's a huge difference. I knew y'all was going to see there's a huge difference. Let me get over here. Blow it up. Look at her face. Everything about her face, it looks fuller. She was pregnant. And you telling me the grandma didn't walk all around her, what was all in her face? You said y'all had prayer every morning. That's what the grandmother said. She said we all got around the living room every morning. We grabbed hands and we prayed. So at no point in time did you look at her and be like, damn, she looks a little fuller. She looks a little chubby. Naziah's small. Why does she look so chubby? Nobody asked no questions. Nobody thought nothing different about this girl. You didn't see anything about her with this coat, which is pooched out now. Because clearly she's starting to show. All right. Okay. So let me now pull up something that I found that's going to be very, very good information here. Y'all bear with me, okay? Y'all bear with me. Why is my tummy growling? I pulled it up. Hold on. Ha! There you go. All right. So let's look at this. Now, her body was found. Naziah's body was found in the Rouge River area. I started thinking about something, y'all. When they found her, when they found the location where she was allegedly last seen with Jarvis, because they haven't found her. Naziah has not been found. From what I'm finding out, alligators have been found in the Rouge River in Detroit. Said that they were discovered inside of a home during an eviction. Said the Rouge River has been negative connotation. So, long story short, alligators have been found in the Rouge River, which is where Naziah was found. Plot twist. When they went to the area, they found blood on the clothing. Okay. Blood was found in the clothing. Okay. We all know what alligators are attracted to, right? If there was an altercation, let me stop sharing. Let me get back to my main screen. If there was an altercation that ensued between Naziah and Jarvis that particular day, because according to the documents that I showed you guys from the evidence that they found, the hoodie that Naziah had on was full of blood. There were pow holes in the hoodie area, which the part that goes over your head, which lets me know he probably pow her. On his phone, they looked up, right, they are attracted to blood. Follow me. What I feel happens is he attacked her. because what he tried to do in the beginning did not work. He looked up on his phone, according to what was said in the preliminary hearing, that in his phone were phone searches of antifreeze. King, who is also the guy who worked at the shop with Jarvis, also said that he and Jarvis went to some type of auto place or somewhere, which I feel they may have retrieved the antifreeze from there, antifreeze. So they were going, I think they were going to try to make her drink the antifreeze to maybe AB this baby. He also looked up Plan Bs and Planned Parenthoods. He was trying to cover his tracks. He was trying to get rid of this baby because had that exposed him, it also would have exposed Grandma and Shannon. That would have taken Shannon away, which I already told you guys, that would have taken Shannon away from her children. She would have been locked up. Child Protective Services would have gotten his 5 children. Grandma would have been locked up, and the other children the grandmother would have had would have also gone with CPS. All right. Jarvis' ass would have been in jail for life. So what Jarvis was trying to do was get rid of this baby with Naziah, but I think things went wrong to where he went too far and he wound up having to unalive her. I feel like the reason why nobody has found her body is because whenever he did whatever he did to her with pow-powing, attacking her, because they did say that there was some type of struggle by the Rouge River, which is where they found her clothes, one of her shoes, and a hoodie. Okay, a jumpsuit, hoodie, and one of her shoes. At the Rouge River. It said that alligators are in that river. So if he did something to her, blood was present when if he threw her in said location, we would not find her. I feel like he pled not guilty because he felt they would never find her body and that he could get off on a technicality of they haven't found the body. So I'm going to get off on this. But according to what they're saying is they don't need a body because text messages show she was the last, you were the last person that she was with. Your phone pinged off from the same area that she was, her belongings were found at. And also text messages prove that you were also sleeping with her because of the inappropriate conversations between you and Naziah. It was also proven that she was pregnant because she let him know in last text messages to Jarvis that she was pregnant indeed, and that she wanted him to get her a plan B. And his focus was on just sleeping with her. He became very panicked and then he stopped texting her, which means he was going into full plan mode of how he was going to get rid of this baby. I feel like once he Googled antifreeze and what it will do in terms of a baby and getting rid of a baby, Plan B, Planned Parenthood, whatever happened. They also retrieved 2 weapons, pow-pows, from Jarvis' car. Jarvis was not supposed to have any weapons because he's a offender. Okay, he's an offender. So I believe that those pow-pows were, one of which were used in order to get rid of Naziah. I don't think they're going to find her. I think the body that was found in that home where Shannon used to stay was probably another child that may have gone missing or whatever, because I'm hearing that there have been a lot of girls gone missing in Detroit. So it could be someone else that was missing in that home. I don't feel like that person that they're saying was small in stature that was found in the home that they've not identified yet. I don't feel like it was Naziah. I feel like he got rid of that body to get rid of all evidence. I feel like the grandmother knew. I feel like the grandmother and Shannon and Jarvis may have had a conversation to let him know, which is why she decided not to contact police that night whenever they realized that she was not missing, when they already knew that she was missing. I feel like they waited 2 days to give Jarvis enough time to make sure evidence was gone of Naziah, because if they had a body, they could track said evidence back to the grandmother and Shannon and Jarvis. Y'all follow me? Am I on to something? Alligators. I feel like alligators may have had Naziah's body because they smell that blood. And if they were in that water, in the Rouge River, which is where they said Naziah's probably last place was, in order to get rid of her and to not have her body seen anymore, I feel like she was thrown in there. I feel like Naziah fought when she realized what Jarvis was trying to do, which is why they said there were signs of a struggle. And because she fought him back, I feel like he pow-powed her in order to put an end to that fight, because he's had a certain amount of time to get rid of her. And I feel like he disposed of her in the Rouge River. Now, notice they said they had divers who went into the river looking for her. They drugged the river. They did not find that river. They did not find her. And the reason why is because she was probably eaten by fucking alligators. You're not going to find somebody if you throw her in a lake full of fucking alligators. Allegedly. This is just my interpretation of my mind in terms of what I think may have happened. Blood was found on the scene. There was a struggle. There were pow holes. I showed y'all that in the video from yesterday. Okay. Again, Jarvis did plead not guilty because he feels that he can beat this case because they don't have a body. But there's too many pieces of evidence linked to that. There's family members coming out and they're speaking on the fact that grandma is also in on some pedophilia type of behavior and that Shannon also knew about it. And Shannon and grandma lied on the stand, which that's going to be some perjury charges right there. And if Shannon is testifying that she knew of all of Jarvis's girlfriends or female friends that may have had pregnancies by him, then you also knew about Naziah. I feel like she was jealous of Naziah. I feel like she was mad at Naziah for messing with her man right up on her nose. They also said that Jarvis, according to testimonies, that Jarvis, his DNA was also found on her hoodie as well. His blood. So whatever struggle it was some type of crazy struggle that went on out there because that baby fought for her life. But when I tell you, they said that they did find his evidence out there. There was DNA found on Naziah's, I think, hoodie. Jarvis's DNA was found on the hoodie. All right. Let's continue. So I feel like the grandmother is also covering up because, as you guys can see, according to a cousin, said that grandma also was getting her back thrown out too by Jarvis, as well as Shannon. This is so crazy. So again, I feel Shannon knew. I feel that grandma knew. I feel that they're all in on this, and I feel like they all felt like that they were going to let Jarvis probably. I feel like Shannon was probably there. Maybe Shannon might have been there when this shit happened because I know one of the other baby mamas had Naziah's glasses in her car. So I feel like some of his baby mamas may have been coerced into helping him hide things. Okay, I do. The baby mama that was sitting on the stand with the short haircut, that's the one that was saying that she found the glasses in her car. So I feel like Jarvis had a way of, I feel like, coercing some of the women that he dealt with, including that grandmother, in terms of helping him cover up crimes, to say that he was somewhere where he was not, to, get rid of those glasses, to get rid of said evidence, whatever type of evidence, okay? But pedophilia is definitely something that's been in their family for years. And it goes back to where, like I said, the grandmother was touched as well. And then once the grandmother got married to her husband, Charles, and had all those kids, Charles was molesting all of those children, and every one of her children ran away from that home because not only were they being sexually abused, they were also being physically abused as well, from what I hear. If you guys listen to the video, the audio rather, of what I sent to you, what I played for you guys, where the grandmother was cussing out all the kids, but then you turn around and say that you guys go and pray every morning before you leave the house, but you cussed them out. So you should definitely not be the one that lead everybody in prayer when you cuss them out. Grandmother is this person who's saying that she is God-fearing, the person y'all saw on the stand who was very mild-mannered, that video that I played for y'all, that's not the same person. Let me see if I still got it up here. I want to play it one more time if I have it. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Grandma got a filthy mouth where she cussed like a sailor. So that's why I said that ain't the same person, honey, who's doing all this praying and all that, okay? Oh, I thought I left that shit up there, y'all. It's in my other video. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I know exactly where it is. Hold on. I'm gonna just play it from my phone. I know exactly where I left it. Damn. Y'all got so many receipts. Jesus. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay.
My baby's keys are right here. What are these stupid ass kids did? Why y'all got this rope
Y'all here?
up in front of the door? I know y'all seen it. Here, put your socks on. Y'all saw the rug fucked up. So, here, come on with your coat. You don't know how to zip up your coat. Where your motherfucking coat at? Right. Get these coats. No. It's up under that shirt. It's up under that sweatshirt. Get that. Is you keeping that in school all day today? Keep that on. Here. Go get your coat. Morning. You pretty ready to get slapped. It's cold as hell outside. You, where your coat? Man, I can't fix it. If you don't take that hoodie off that motherfucking coat, I don't give a fuck whether you can fit it or not. You're not walking out of here without a coat on. Let's go. You need a coat. And that coat that you wearing ain't yours on.
Y'all hear that? That's grandma cussing the kids out, but you lead everybody in prayer every morning. That's not your mother effing coat. That's grandma. That ain't the same person we saw on the stand, though, right? You're supposed to be God-fearing grandma, honey, to go to church. They say every Sunday, child. Every Sunday. They said Leberic has responded. Thank God. Okay, we're gonna have to check up on that, child. I'm gonna have to spin the block on that. But y'all see what grandma, child. Y'all see how grandma talk to the kids? And then y'all know about the refrigerator having a whole chain on it where the kids can't get in there and get no food. That's why they eating at school. Grandma said they love to eat at school. Of course they love to eat at school because you got the fucking refrigerator chained up. But the kids, matter of fact, the kids are growing up in a fucked up environment over there. I feel like they need to remove all of Shannon's children and the other two children that grandma got over there and getting money from the state for, because that's all it is. All they doing is sitting on their ass. Don't neither one of them work. Shannon can work, but she chooses not to. Bitch, if you can go to the fucking gym and try to lose weight so that Jarvis can look at you, so that you can look like the main chick, okay? I'm gonna say that.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, y'all. Shannon, if you could take your ass to the gym. I'm sorry. Shannon, if you could take your ass to the gym every day and work out trying to lose weight so that you can be all up in Jarvis' face thinking he wants your fat Oompa Loompa shaped ass, then you can take your ass and get a job. So y'all sitting on government assistance and allowing this man to come over there and mess with these children. And then when he call you and tell you send your oldest daughter and Janiyah to the shop to come over here and clean up. What is she cleaning up? Because from what I saw in the shop, when no girl broke into the shop, don't look like the shop was clean. So they weren't coming over there to be cleaning no shop. They was coming in there to be laying on that bed in there with Jarvis. And I feel like their mama knew it. And I feel like the grandmama knew it as well, because she also gave permission to Jarvis for Janiyah to be over there. Because according to what Shannon said, she says, I'm going to send my daughter over there, but I got to check with mama to see if it's okay for Janiyah. So both of y'all sat for Naziah. So both of y'all sat there and knew what was going on and why this man kept asking. Mind you, he never asked none of the boys in the house because he has sons too. He never asked for the sons to come over there and clean up, but he only asked for Naziah and their oldest daughter. And now that we hear that girls and underage children were being paid money to be quiet for the pedophilia that was going on with Jarvis and these kids, and the grandmother and everybody else knowing about it, and grandma being locked up in rooms with Jarvis talking about they in there painting, that tells me everything that needs to be told, that grandma is in on the shit, and so is Shannon. And Shannon, if you see this video, I hope the hell you don't try to get smart with me and get mad at me for putting this information out there, but bitch, you need to be exposed. You and your twin sister, the other Oompa Loompa, and anybody else in that damn family that was doing that. The autistic cousin that was messing with Naziah at 11 years old, as a grown-ass fucking man, his ass need to be locked the fuck up too. Because if niggas in wheelchairs can be in prison, so the fuck can he. You cannot be out here touching and doing inappropriate things to children and then want to fall back on the fact that you have some type of disability. You had disability when your ass was over there touching children, and your ass need to be locked up. And that's what I got to say about that. All right. This video is what? We're almost 3 hours, guys. We got to get off here. Thank you guys so much for coming over and watching. I hope you guys got an earful of all the bullshit that's going on in this Naziah case. I hope I convinced you guys that Grandma and Shannon and other people and the family members also helped ruin Naziah and everybody else in this damn family. It's a whole family of pedophilia, and I'm happy. Thank you, Kenya, for coming out. Thank you, Kenya, for coming out. The cousin Kenya for coming out and speaking about it. Thank you, Sierra, for exposing the fact that you were also touched and molested by Shannon, which we're also thinking that Shannon got a lot of shit to do with this as well. Thank you, prosecutors and Detroit Police Department for locking Jarvis' ass up for the second time for the same shit that he was locked up for before. And I hope that they charge his ass for everything that they can charge him for, including the grandmother and including Shannon and everybody else involved in this, and any of the baby mamas that has something to do with covering this shit up. Y'all asses need to be locked the fuck up as well. I don't want to hear nobody talking about they on the spectrum and they slow and nothing. I don't want to hear that, because Shannon, you got rid of phones, baby, to cover up for Jarvis. You've had 3 phones in less than a year. So, bitch, you already knew what was going on, and you thought that by getting rid of those phones that you were going to cover up evidence, but you won't count on the prosecutors printing that shit out and having you look at those messages and say that that was your phone. Did y'all not see that in her testimony? She said right there, oh, yeah, that's my phone. That's my phone. That's my phone. Yeah, bitch. So, thank you guys. That's all I have. As I get more, I will definitely come back and give you guys more. I will be watching. I'm still trying to get in contact with some more people in the family, because I'm going to be asking some more questions. I'm going to try to get in contact again with this Kenya person. And I've already contacted Roxy on Facebook, and I'm also going to contact her on other platforms, because I've seen that she's on other platforms. I don't want to make it seem like I'm stalking, but baby, I need to get some information out of you, and I would love for you to come and sit over here so we can ask some questions and get a little bit more clarity on what the fuck is going on in this family. That's what I really would like. I want to ask some questions. We got enough tea that we've released and showed you guys to see that this shit is very fucked up. But I would definitely love to speak to some people that know a little bit more about this. Shout out again to 7 Mile Podcast for all of his information that he's put out as well. Shout out to him for getting back to me. I was like, oh my God, I'm shocked about that. But shout out to him for that. Let's get out of here, and I need to go and do my research on what the hell Leberic had to say. I'm pretty sure my DMs are blowing up, because I know y'all have sent me some stuff. So let me check that out. Once I find out what's up with that, I will come back and do another video to give you guys the update on what's going on with Leberic, okay? In this Destiny situation. All right, love you guys down. I hope y'all enjoyed all of the information that was given. If so, please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so that you'll be privy to more information to come. All right, thank you to my moms, Bill Wilson, KBR Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you to all of my content creators that stopped by here. I appreciate you all. Love you guys down, and goodbye. Also, check out my before I go, I do have a petition to stop internet bullying. If you guys would like to participate in doing that, if you don't want to sign it, you can share it. If you don't want to share it, you can leave a comment, okay? Thank you guys so much for your support. Love you guys down. Let's get out of here, and bye.